fact, in Canada, all cars are required by law, at least in Saskatchewan, to have what's called a block heater, which is like an installed heater in, not necessarily, I don't know if it's like, it's not inside the engine, but it's like attached to the engine block where the oil is. And so all the cars have like a little plug out the hood, and so you plug your car in when it's cold.
Yeah, I've seen Naomi, my friend who lives in Canada, or no, you're in Canada, in Alaska, has a block heater. Yeah.
So you guys are all ready for electric vehicles. Everybody has plugs already.
Oh yeah, everyone's used to plugging their cars in. Like that's a normal thing.
That's where we fell way behind. We don't have anywhere to plug in our cars.
Oh yeah, there's a big fight for like getting the electrified spots at work. So you have to show up like an extra 5 or 10 minutes early to get an electrified spot to plug your car in, kind of thing.
Otherwise, what? Your car just freezes?
Well, it doesn't turn into a block of ice, but the oil gets so cold that it's really, really thick, and the battery loses its electrical charge.
Right.
So then it just doesn't turn over.
Oh my gosh.
So what do you have to do in that situation?
Do you just unplug your battery?
You call a tow truck and you get it boosted. So you either boost the car or you find an extension cord, plug it in to warm it up, and then you boost it.
Bring a power strip or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
unplug everybody and just plug in a power strip.
Yeah.
So it's so trust me, if I didn't have to share the Arctic Vortex with you, I wouldn't.
It's so bad.
Just putting that out there.
But we're only getting, it says in Celsius, like tonight it'll be -19 Celsius. That's as cold as we're getting.
Which is cold for
I would pay money for it to be -19 Celsius right here, right now.
Oh goodness.
A -1 or like -2 here, it's like meltdown. Like, everyone's like,
no one knows what to do anymore.
Literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Were
when
you
it's
guys, David and Seda?
1 degree
Jenny.
outside, everyone's like, oh, it's so cold. 1 degree. I hate it.
1 degree Celsius, that's really warm.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Seda. Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Were you guys in Japan? I think it was January of 2016? Jenny, do you remember that massive snowstorm we had for like 24 hours?
Yeah.
Were you guys there for that? It was like 24, maybe 48 hours of snow. Maybe.
Yeah, we were, but we were down in Kagoshima, and Kagoshima is more tropical, so we literally had like half an inch, or just like
we didn't really
centimeter and a half of. Yeah,
didn't really have to.
I just remember everything shut down. Like just there were like I think some of the buses were still running, but like barely, and like
They canceled school in Kago, even though that didn't even count as snow where we're from. Like, we're like, this isn't snow. This is a dusting.
This is a light dusting. Yeah, there we go.
That's what we call that. That's not a snow. Yeah.
It's snow. I hate it so
Oh
much.
goodness. Okay.
I only like snow when I'm inside, and I look outside and it's really pretty. And that's it. If I have to go out in the snow. No.
I always forget that you hate cold weather, because I love it so much that I imagine you coming here in the winter, but you would die.
I would love to
turn into a Jenny popsicle.
I wouldn't go outside. Like, I would just stay inside for the whole holiday.
I love it. Like, it really boosts my mood to be out in the ice and snow. Yeah. I'm the only one. So at work, everybody is pissed off, and I'm just excited.
One of my favorite things about winter is I'm very much a night owl, so I'm out at night a lot, like if I'm going for a walk or something like that. And in the summer, when it's dark, it's just dark. Like you can't see nothing. Right. It's dark. But in the winter, when there's snow on like everywhere, and then there's a full moon, it's sometimes as bright as daytime, and I love it. It's so pretty. Yeah,
it's so pretty. And quiet. The snow absorbs so much sound.
Yeah,
I love that. I love that so much. I
dragged
David out.
Like, nope, nope. And then Thomas and Ben are like, no, stop that.
I sent Jenny the picture of David's face right when we were out on the road because we were checking to see if the road had been cleared, and I dragged David out to the road, and David just was grimacing. And every photo I took of him, he was just like, "Why are we out here?"
Well, I was just thinking about having to drive on those
All
roads.
petty.
It's
That's fair.
nerve-wracking.
I was so happy. I love ice. Oh, Brian's coming.
Oh, he's logging in.
Yeah, he wrote I'm coming.
Cool.
No, I am such a summer. Well, I'm an autumn girl, like by far.
Yeah,
like,
I like a lot.
like September. Like I love September. September is the best month.
It's great.
And
October too.
September and October are the best months of the year. Like every other
I
month.
agree with that.
And July, obviously. My birthday.
David,
But,
you look so pained.
Oh, in that picture.
He's in my pink waterproof boots, and then you can't read it, but his hat is. My mom got me this awful toboggan, and it says "Girl Boss" on it.
Someone wearing the girl boss hat.
So David is wearing my girl boss hat.
That's awesome.
I might wear it to work.
Yeah. You should wear
You
it.
do a girl boss,
Thinking
David.
about it.
Hey, Brian.
Hello.
No, I want to come to America and have apple cider because
Come in September and October. It's so good. Our apple cider is the bomb.
Yum.
and I can have pumpkin spice everything.
That's right.
Pretty much.
Everything.
Pumpkin
Things that should
everything.
not be pumpkin spiced are pumpkin spiced where I live.
They really are.
Mm.
I'm fixing all you guys' cameras. Go ahead, keep talking. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep working on the cameras. It's fine.
Don't pay
I
attention.
have a terrible story I can share with y'all.
Oh no, tell us your
Oh
terrible
boy.
story. Your hair
So,
looks nice though.
It's cute.
Oh, it's cute.
So I was in the shower today, and I was about 4 minutes into showering. I'd already washed my hair. I was just starting to like lather up and soapy and all that stuff. And out of my peripheral vision, I see this big black thing fall beside me. So I was like,
no.
Oh.
And I look down, and there's a spider the size of my fist now on the shower floor beside me. And I was like, so I jumped into the corner, like naked and afraid and wet and soapy. Also, I had forgot to bring my towel down because they don't dry if you leave them in the bathroom. So bring them up. So I didn't have a towel. So my plan was already that I was going to have to dash upstairs to dry off. But I'm like, what the fuck do I do? And it starts like running around fast towards the door. So I reach across and try to open the door to the shower, and it goes out, and I close the door, and then it just sits against the door, like on the door. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, there's nobody to call for help. I don't know what the fuck this spider is, what's going on. So I'm like, okay, I need to figure out a way to get out of the shower. So turn off the water, soap's off, whatever, and I open the door, and the spider's still sitting there on like that little ledge where the glass slides for the shower door, right? So I start to go a little bit closer, and it kind of backs up a bit, and I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know if it jumps. I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but it's huge, it's hairy, it's scary. So I leap like a gazelle, like full spread over it, land, then it goes the other way into the shower and falls on its back. So I close the shower door, and it's sitting there like freaking out, upside down. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I run upstairs again, naked, wet, and afraid. grab my camera and start taking pictures of it, and realize no one's awake yet because I woke up early because of the sun being up. So I was like, what the fuck do I do? So I saw one of my friends was online, and I'm sending her pictures, and I'm like, what do you do? She's like, get a bucket and like put a bucket over it. I'm like, I don't have a bucket. I'm in an Airbnb. And she's like, well, get a big Tupperware. And I'm like, I'm in an Airbnb. And she's like, well, get a glass. I'm like, it's this big. It's not going to go. So I go back in, and she's like, well, watch it. Like, make sure it doesn't run away somewhere in the house if you don't know what it is. And I go in, and as I go back into the bathroom, it flips itself over and runs into the corner of the shower. And it's just sitting there. It's trying to climb the walls, but the walls are wet, so it can't get up the walls. So I'm like taking all these pictures of it. I found a pole that I put in and tried to make like a makeshift ladder towards the window, which was already open. thinking it could get out. I left the window open last night, by the way. This is how this all clearly must have occurred.
There you go.
But it wasn't going for it. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. And by this point, an hour and a half has passed. So I start texting some of my friends in Brazil pictures and being like, what should I do? What's your solution? And one of my friends was like, you should just call the host from Airbnb. Do they live far? And I'm like, they're actually just down the street. You're probably right. She's like, it could be really dangerous. Like, we live in Brazil. It might just be a normal house spider that got really big, or it could be something really bad. So I got all my pictures together and sent the worst 3 to the landlord and was like, I don't really know what to do, but there's a really big spider and I can't help. Can you help me? And I got back like a laughing face emoji and like, sure, we can be there in 5 minutes. So he comes up, like super nice guy. I've been talking to him a bit. Comes over, he's like, ooh, where is the spider? Ooh. And I'm like, in the bathroom. So he goes around and he's like, oh, gets the broom, gets it on the edge of it, brings it over, takes it and taps it outside. And he's like, it's gone. And I'm like, okay, well, why did you get serious? He's like, ooh, dangerous spider. And I'm like, yeah, dangerous spider is big, but like, dangerous how? And he's like, if it bites, very sick, hospital, maybe. Like, a lot of gesturing happening. And I'm like, what's its name? He tells me in Portuguese. And then after he leaves, I look it up. And it was a Brazilian wandering spider or a banana spider, which are super fucking deadly. So while he was still here, though, luckily I was asking him, like, well, dangerous spider, like, do you get many of these? Because he's had these places for like 8 years. And he's like, maybe in the whole time I've had all these houses, like, I've seen 10. It's like, but I live in the country, so every day I like check my shoes, make sure they're not inside because they are around, but it's really rare to see. So he's like, don't worry, don't worry.
Whoa.
You see how many? And I was like, 1. He's like, yeah. I'm like, 1 is enough. He's like,
One is enough.
God.
It was awful. It was so awful.
Terrifying.
Yeah, these are big.
They're really big and they're really
What are they
scary.
called? Brazilian banana spiders?
The Brazilian
Wandering spider.
I'm not gonna put it
No,
in chat.
we're
wandering
looking at
spider.
on our own devices. Just
Oh my gosh, it looks like a tarantula.
Yeah, it looks like
That
tarantula.
was my first thought. It was a tarantula. That's why I was afraid to jump over it because I thought it might jump at me. But
The
Oh,
thing,
it's the
this looks like
Same thing.
it's interesting though because it looks like a non-venomous spider that we have in Illinois, the wolf spider. So to me, if I saw this, I'd probably go, "Oh, that's not venomous," and I would die.
And their like bottom mandibles are so swollen.
Yeah.
big ass poison sacs.
But I think
Yeah.
what might have helped and everything is that the shower heads here, like there's no water heaters in Brazil. Your shower head is electric and it heats the water as it goes through it. And I think what
That's
must have
interesting.
happened was it must have been sitting on it. And if you touch it while the water is running, you get electrocuted, right? You can get shocked. I've shocked myself twice. I didn't know what happened the first time, and then I touched it again. I was trying to turn the heat because sometimes they have a stick. One that I was on before didn't, and I was like, "Whoa!" But I didn't clue in. So I think what happened was it got wet, and it must have got electrocuted and fell, and must have been stunned or something,
Shit.
right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's
So
terrifying.
it was really awful. It was really.
That's so bad.
That's so bad.
So you'll never wear shoes
I'm
again.
glad you're alive.
Yeah, I can empathize with your terror. I'm impressed you would even go and take pictures. I'd be like, nope. I
Well,
won't take a shower for the next year.
The shower doors were there though, Jenny. That was the thing. So I knew that it couldn't get up the wet walls because I had seen it trying to and it couldn't. So I was like, okay, it's trapped in a box with an open top, but like the window's open. So if it does manage to get up, hopefully it'll be like, I need to leave. But it didn't.
I can't even.
That's my story today.
Like,
I'm glad you're alive. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't bite you. I'm glad it got electrocuted and couldn't bite you, maybe?
Hopefully.
And that the Airbnb
It's
owners
out in
were
the
so close
jungle
by.
somewhere though now. So when I walked down to go to the beach today and stuff, I was like everywhere on the trail, taking really dainty steps.
It's not going to stalk you.
Yeah,
I know,
it's
but
got your scent now, Brian. It's gonna find you later.
Yes, it knows
My
you.
friend was saying it just wanted a shower. Like it was like that coconut shampoo. Ooh, I need some of that. But the problem was
that's not the
I was
point.
I was chased by a bug yesterday, which was a praying mantis, but its back looks like a leaf. it came at me in the dark and was like
Oh.
thrusting at me, and I didn't know what it was at first because it was dark out and the lights were off. I was just standing admiring the view, so I ran inside, and when I turned the lights on, I saw it, and then it came up on the glass and was like, that's the face it made, by the way.
That's the let me in. I just want to shower.
Yeah, Brazil sounds scary. It's got COVID variants and scary bugs, and I don't know. But also, you look really good in the pictures at the beach. So like,
This is my first animal in Brazil, though. So far, so good.
I remember once I was putting my laundry out in Japan, and this massive Suzume Bachi was just like yo 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 yo, and I was like, like ran inside and slammed the door and just like hid, and I was like, I don't need to do my laundry.
Seda was in a. Seda was
like,
teaching a class
like,
once.
massive shadow on the glass.
Oh god.
Is this my Geji story?
Yeah, Seda was teaching a class once, and a Geji. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those. It crawled in the window and then rode on a gust of wind around the classroom, and all the kids were just like, screaming.
A kid
Just derailed the day.
Because Geji are really light, but they're big, right? This one was like over 6 inches long.
Have you seen a picture of the Geji?
And they have those those cannons for them, right? In Japan, like those big fucking poison cannons where it's like
Yes.
sends a cloud of death at it. Yeah.
So,
No, what pictures have
Jenny,
you sent? What pictures?
Jenny, I
Jenny.
can't send one. I can't send one that won't freak you out. Let me describe it. It's like a 6-inch long centipede. No, like a centipede. It has thousands of legs, right? But it's really lightweight.
oh my god!
The legs are like spindly, and so it.
So like
don't
it
send
catches
Jenny
like
this
a
picture.
Yeah, Jenny, you really can't look. It's a nightmare creature. But one flew in the
They
window,
shouldn't
and it's
exist.
like, and so they're really light, so the wind will catch them, and they'll just like float around. But they have all these legs, right? So one of my kids literally freaked out so badly. He had his kyushoku, his lunch, on his desk. He picked the whole desk up and threw it. His meal went everywhere. It was just like they lost their mind. Kids were just crawling over each other trying to get to the door. And when I'm nervous, I laugh, as all of you know. So I was cackling like a witch for like the entire I was just on the blackboard. So, and kids were like not like crawling and scraping each other's eyes out.
Is it Geji like a Mukade?
It's bigger, but it's not deadly. A Mukade, its sting is really
Mukade's are bad. I've seen a Mukade once.
Yeah, we had a guy get in his car and flip the visor down, and there was one under the visor, and it fell. And bit him.
Yeah. Like a Mukade will send you to the hospital. Geji they're bigger, they're longer if they're full sized.
I'm looking on a couple websites, and a lot of them say they're harmless. There's
Yeah,
lots of legs,
Geji.
Yeah, Geji
They're
just look.
harmless.
What are
Okay.
these 3 pictures that you've sent, Brian? Are they
They're pictures of my shower.
with the spider in it?
Let me see.
Don't look
Let me
at
see.
it.
Let me see.
Did you
Yeah,
send
don't look
it?
at it. Oh my god, that's fucking massive.
Jenny, they are Jenny. They are grainy. You're not. It's not like a
it's not
close-up.
super close up.
You can take it.
No, can you delete them, please? Oh.
Yeah, that just looks like a wolf spider.
Right?
Yeah.
I would die because I would see that coming from where I'm from and be like, oh, a wolf spider, I can pick that up. And then
Well, speaking of being in foreign places and afraid.
Yeah. Speaking of attacking each other to the death.
Right. Yeah, foreign places and afraid. All right, we could go ahead and start.
Oh, wet. Yeah, cold, wet, and afraid. Yeah.
Cold, wet, and afraid. Not naked though.
Yeah,
can he delete them? Does it work?
I'm putting
I don't know.
for Jenny instead.
No, because I don't know how far off it's gonna be, and I'll
Yeah. Is it possible to delete them or remove them?
When I go to remove, it says it's only removed for you. Other chat members can
That's
see.
what I
Oh.
got too. They're really
Yeah,
small,
so you
but
can't
if you don't click on them, you won't see them. Like they're small.
Yeah,
Those pictures are small.
they're in like a pictograph.
Everybody just fill up the chat with text.
Everyone,
so that
gifts,
it'll
gifts,
scroll up.
come on.
Go.
I started doing
Gifts,
that.
gifts to the rescue.
There you go, Mario and Luigi. Okay. It's far enough up, I think, now.
Oh, Jenny, I got a really good gift for you. It's so good.
Kid beating up a dinosaur.
It's so violent. It's a Safkeen baby fighting a dragon.
It is a Safkeen baby.
Aw.
Okay, all right, there we go. So yeah, speaking of being in a foreign place and afraid, you guys are still stuck in Foreteller's dream world. We'll go ahead and get started. So Kit's not going to join us this time, but I can go ahead and play as him.
I'm not gonna scroll up. Oh, yay!
Yeah, don't scroll up in the chat, and then you won't see it.
No.
All right, so you guys are still swimming around in this this world that Foreteller controls after sucking him in a hookah and passing out. Xavier joined you guys a little bit later, and you've taken one of the ships and exploded the bottom of it and opened it up with acid, and now it's on fire and slowly sinking into the ocean while you all kind of converge on the other vessel. You as an octopus, and Xavier is piloting the ship. Genevieve's up top with. That's right, a giant octopus.
I have my stats pulled up.
Good. And then Genevieve, you're up top on the mast with a giant hammer that you can't pick up. Lindell, you're down underneath the sea, and Safkeen has just begun swimming toward the other vessel out in front of the sinking.
Wait,
one.
Safkeen's in the water again?
Oh, I'm
Safkeen
sorry.
is-
I've got her on my screen just so she
Yeah,
can
yeah,
see.
you put me there
Never
so I
mind.
can
Yeah,
see what's
She
going on.
doesn't exist.
Oh.
She's there, but she's not there. Safkeen is up in the green room in the clouds with Carlton Clarence. You now see 3 clouds in the sky, one of Foreteller's face, Carlton Clarence's face, and Safkeen's face, looking down upon the battlefield as you guys slug it out with some sharks in the middle of the ocean.
Are we in initiative, or can Safkeen just call out stuff as and when she wants
You can
to?
call out stuff. I've got you in initiative order if you want to explore the green room or, converse with Carlton Clarence, or, maybe you've got some tricks up your sleeve still. So
Safkeen just
I've kept you in there.
with Carlton and Clarence if she can help it.
Yeah, I'll say that you can
As
call
soon as she
things out.
sees you being turned into an octopus,
Mhm.
she's gonna call out and be like, "Someone grab that potion and feed it to Yuktopus, because then she'll become really beefy, and then she'll be able to smack Juniper's face."
Yuktopus! I like that.
Oh no, maybe a giant octopus.
So Safkeen calls down below, and Lindell, you can hear her voice from up in the clouds. Even though you are beneath the water, suction to the bottom of the ship with your spider boots. Trevor is swimming out into the water.
I'm inside the cannon deck, though, right?
Oh, right. You went up the opposite side and climbed in one of the cannon holes. There
That's
you are.
where I am on the map, so that's why I just wanted to confirm.
Yep. You are correct. Okay, so you emerge into the lower deck of the ship. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
I don't know if she can hear me, but I'm going to send a little prayer to Safkeen. I'm going to say, Safkeen, if you could yell out tabs on where Juniper is to help us all find her and kill her, I promise that we'll scry or send message to your sister first thing tomorrow.
I mean, if Safkeen could see, she would let you know, but I assume Safkeen can't see through ships, right?
No, you can't see into the ships, but you can see the overall battlefield.
So Lindell's gonna mentally command Trevor. She's gonna kind of wedge her body half out of the cannon porthole kind of thing, hold her arm out, and she's gonna have Trevor, who's still stealth.
Uh-oh. I think we lost him. That's all right. 'cause
Thomas!
My roll 20 is glitching out anyway. I need to reload it. It went all fractal.
Now's your chance.
I wonder if
Hello?
Hello.
Now? Hello.
Yes, we can hear you now.
Huh?
Sorry
Yeah,
about that.
my roll 20 is all glitched out. Look at this, Seda.
Sorry.
What is going on?
You need
Sorry.
to refresh.
I've been
I
having
did
trouble with my
already.
internet the last
Hang on a
couple
second.
days.
I'm just gonna close that out. Let's try Opera.
The internet's frozen. It's so cold.
Yeah, that's it.
So
At this
Vendel's gonna wedge
temperature,
her
it'd be
way
thawing out. Where
out of
Okay,
the
go on.
cannon
Sorry.
porthole, hold her arm like as out like down towards the water, and she's gonna mentally command Trevor, who is still stealthy, to like swim up towards the surface of the water and just like gently break the surface of the water so that he boops his nose into her fist, and she's gonna grab onto his nose and bonus action pop him back into a staff.
All right, very good. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on the GM layer. Okay, cool. So
And then
Trevor
she's gonna
slips inside.
gently take the staff inside the porthole.
Yep.
And then she's gonna stand up and pull back her hood just so Kumo can like crawl out onto her chest, and just take a look
where'd you
around the
go?
cannon deck.
Where'd you go? I don't see your token.
I'm right here.
What is wrong with roll 20? There is nothing on my screen right there. Okay, well I can't see where you are, but go ahead.
I can see me. Can I give
David-
myself light? Oh no, I can't edit my token that way.
No,
No,
like my
David's-
screen is all glitched out. I don't know what's going on.
His is really messed up. Mine looks fine. What is going?
Yeah, like up here is fine. It's just down here for some reason. Lindell's the only one I can't see.
Huh?
I'm stealth.
Weird. That's stealthy.
And you're so
Yeah.
stealthy, GM can't see you. All right, I'll try and reload again.
Weird.
Hang on, let me get down
I'm
there.
out of
Yes, I can see you
wine.
again. Okay, so you got Trevor back. He crawled up into the cannon. You touched his nose. He's a staff. And now, what would you like to do?
So I've got him as staff in with me in the cannon deck. I'm gonna pull my hood. I'm gonna keep my hood on, but I'm
Mhm.
just gonna pull it open so that Kumo with the light spell can crawl out and onto my chest. And then I'm just gonna take a quick look around the cannon deck.
All right. Yeah, looking around the cannon deck. Roll. Do you want to do a little investigation, a search?
No, I just like just what do I see without using my action to search? Just like because I was in
Roll-
complete
roll a
darkness,
perception
right?
check for me.
So
Yep.
Okay.
Just go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay. $12.
Okay, in your immediate vicinity, you see there's a hatch leading down with a ladder. There's another ladder leading up to the upper deck, and there's a door behind that mast across from the hole in the floor that leads back. That door does. On the other side, near that mast, there's just a porthole in the floor leading down, and then two hallways that kind of go down to either side to the back part of the ship.
So there's
You see
two,
5 cannons
two
on
ladders
either
leading
side.
down.
That's right. You see 5 cannons, 12 cannons, 6 on either side, that are kind of pointing outward to either side there. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Can you add light to my token if you don't mind, please?
Yeah.
20 of bright, 20 of dim.
For the
And
reminder.
spells. Yeah,
Okay.
20 and 20.
You might need to
Uh,
reload.
No, it's working. Good.
Excellent.
Awesome. So that's what I can see. Lovely. And then which deck had the gunpowder that I found on the other ship? Was it the rooms
Lower
over
deck.
here? It was below deck. Okay, yeah. So she's going to use her action. She's going to use another second level spell slot from the ring. And she's going to cast a mirror image on herself. I
Okay,
think
real
this
quick.
is
I think you need to do some kind of a save, don't you?
for the ring.
Nope. I guess not.
No,
Only
the ring
for
doesn't have an
concentration.
every turn. Only for
That's right.
concentration. Yeah.
Just for concentration. Got it. Okay, so you're using another second level?
Yeah, and so this is the third second level spell slots. No longer has any second level spell
Got it.
slots.
How many
and
first
I'm-
level are used up?
I'm marking those off in like the notes section of the ring. None of the first level have been used, and 3 of the second level have been used, and that's it.
Got it. Okay. So
Yeah.
the last second level spell slot you're using to cast one more time.
Mirror image. So now there
Mirror
are just kind of
image.
like overlapped, and I'll use that little leaf item
Yep.
for multiple Lindells kind of all lined up.
Extra.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
Linda.
she's gonna move up to here to this first little one looking down. And if she pokes her head through the porthole, does she see more gunpowder?
Looking down, you see one crate that's open that has a couple bones.
Oh, okay. So then she'll use her movement to move over to this other one. So I can get out there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So she
So
this
5,
portal
10,
thing isn't
15,
actually a
20,
portal thing,
25.
right?
Yeah, you can get there. No, the thing in the center is not actually anything.
Yeah, that's just a marker for you. Okay, yeah, so that's the end of my turn.
Okay, very good. Next up is the sharks. Let me get back up there. Okay, so we got a lot of sharks. 2 of them are trying to get up to the side of the ship, so they're going to continue to try to climb. One succeeds, one does not, so it's going to get up to the top surface here. The other one cannot make it up, so it's going to go... well, I guess it'll just stay put. These other 2, seeing that the ship is sinking, are going to emerge on the other side of the boat. And they are going to use their movement to also 10, 15, 20, 25, 10, 15, 20, 25 to get right up to the side of the boat. And let's see if they can get up the side. Yep, both of them get up. All right. Not that one. This one. This one, nobody is nearby enough. Let's see here. It's gonna see the octopus. What is it gonna do? It's not going for the octopus. It is going to move up this way. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Frumpkin is out at the blueberry bushes.
5.
Be right back.
There. This one is going
Maybe she's having a
to
snack.
also climb up to the side, and it is going to follow suit right behind. That's as far as it can get. All right, that is the sharks. All right, so Safkeen, before your turn, Sada's gonna miss this. Okay, so right before your turn, you hear Foreteller, as does everyone else, booming from the clouds. Oh, a very, very fun first round. I'm proud of all of you. Staying alive, well, except for Safkeen, sorry, and Carlton. But you're having fun anyway. Let's continue the show, but let's make it a little bit more interesting. He whistles, and all of a sudden, the sharks, you all see them turn their head toward the ship that's on fire, and all of you see a dark mass in the water begin to grow. From kind of the murky blue below, it gets kind of dark blue and then black, and it starts to spread out underneath the ship. And all of a sudden, you see a tentacle pop up out of the water, massive tentacle, go rain dripping off of it from the seawater as it slumps over onto the deck of the sinking ship. Pull her down! Foreteller yells from the clouds as it wraps around the rear mast and starts to pull it into the sea. Next up is Safkeen.
Can I So I'm just pulling my D&D Beyond up because for some reason I forgot to load that. Can I roll a nature check to see if I know what this thing is?
You may.
Do I get advantage?
Just roll a straight check.
Okay.
You could also like turn to Foreteller and be like, "What's that?" Right?
I am not talking to that shithead.
she
don't have
might
to.
she might know what it is. We'll see.
I'm not doing it.
Instead of rolling with advantage, I'm decreasing the DC a little bit because you might know.
I mean, Jennifer assumes it's a kraken. It might not be a kraken. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Rolling. My internet is a bit slow. I rolled a 14.
14. Yeah, looks like a kraken.
Ah, what do I know about krakens? Do I know anything about krakens?
Technically, you've never seen one,
Oh.
but you know that they love to pull ships into the ocean.
Really?
There's plenty of tales about kraken.
I'd stay away from that if I were you. Don't go near it. It will probably eat you.
Understatement of
Maybe
the
it
year.
will eat Juniper. Maybe it will eat Juniper.
So all of you kind of hear this low noise.
Safkeen's like, I
The
wish
water begins
I
to
could
bubble
talk
as
to
it gets pulled down into the ocean. Still on fire.
I mean, no one's on that ship, right?
You don't know?
And Juniper, we think.
No. Well, good. Juniper should die. On my turn, can I just try and wander around this room and just see if there's anything besides
Yep.
beer and Carlton Clarence
You may.
to do?
Sure. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Okay. I'm not very good at investigation. 11.
11. Yeah, you walk around. You can see there are, besides like the kind of cloudy framed large screen on one wall, where the couch cushions and end tables are sat around. There's a bar that's fully stocked with every kind of liquor you could ever imagine. It's very comfy and like everything is like padded in velvet. There's gold filigree on all the furniture. Very ornate. Kind of a frumpy, stuffy kind of place for Safkeen to be in, but Carlton's got his shoes off and up on a stool, and he's just munching on some snacks. It's just a very nice kind of poshly decorated room, a little bit opulent, but you do see in the back corner on the other wall, it looks like there is a door frame with a curtain that's drawn across it.
So Safkeen's just going to look up and just yell and assume that Foreteller's going to listen. Just be like, Foreteller! Your taste in interior design sucks!
All of a sudden, the curtain whooshes open, and a blue hand pushes it to the side and looks in. Foreteller peers through, and he doesn't look happy. How dare you! My hospitality! These are my decorations. I'm sorry, Safkeen. Maybe something a little bit more under the sea. And he snaps his finger and waves his hands, and all of a sudden, everything kind of turns into more of like an underwater theme. There's water plants and kelps. The seat cushions are actually like clamshell seashells that are opened up. The pillows look like pearls. It's a different kind of aesthetic for sure, but he's trying to make you happy. Would this do better?
I mean, I guess so.
Lovely, then have a seat. Enjoy. Can I get you anything?
You can get me 3 wishes so that we can get out of here.
Soon enough. Please enjoy yourself. In the meantime, and whoosh, he closes the curtain. He pokes his head back through. Don't peek.
One
All right.
of the clamshells and scout.
So next up is going to be Xavier, who is now piloting the ship. He's going to roll a check and see if he can maintain control of it. He does not. He is forcing the ship against its will. He loses control of it, and the wheel starts to spin again. Looking back behind him, he is going to go for that bottle. He was thinking about it, but then when Safkeen told him not to.
Well, Safkeen's now saying give it to you, Octopus.
He's going to spend his movement and go over and touch the bottle, and it's in his hand. He can't do it yet. Safkeen, should I not drink this?
Give it to you!
Okay. He's going to use... I think he's got... Nope, only 30 feet, and he already used his action. I don't think he's got a bonus action. He's far step.
He can't action dash?
He could use
Oh, I'm sorry,
Expeditious
he already used that.
Retreat. He would have to use Expeditious Retreat, but that's his last spell slot, so probably not. Nope, he's going to stay put. Next up is Yuktopus.
Yuktopus is not afraid of tentacles, so she's gonna slurp right off the side of the ship.
All right. Using your tentacles, you grasp at the side of the ship and you make your way over like a wet mop, but eventually grip the side and with your suction cups manage to.
I slurp all down all creepy like an octopus does. It says that I have advantage on stealth checks. So you is going to stealthily trying to hide from any of these giant tentacles. She wants to stealthily move through the water and try to go over underneath this sinking ship.
Okay.
I've got 60 feet. I'm looking for Juniper. So I don't know what you want me to roll.
Okay.
She wants to stealthily move through the water and try to get eyes on Juniper.
As soon as you break the surface of the water, you are now in the open ocean and you look towards the other ship. What is your perception? What's your wisdom?
I have a my passive perception is a 14.
Right.
14. And my wisdom though is a +0.
There is a
dark
massive, bigger than that ship kraken that is underneath the surface of the water. Its giant octopus head, one eye is kind of looking towards you and the other boat, where a massive tentacle is up above the ocean and pulling that ship underneath.
I'll wave. One of my tentacles.
All right. Are you gonna
stealthily move towards the ship?
All right.
I guess I want to do an investigation check.
Roll a stealth check for me.
Okay, so I have advantage on those. Huh?
Can Yuktopus talk to the Kraken? Like, do octopuses have any speech ability?
I don't, right? So I don't actually know. So in polymorph, I am myself, right? I'm you still. So I don't have any goals. I can't make goals or have. So am I just gonna go chill with this Kraken?
What's your intelligence? I think I've got your stats up here.
The intelligence is a -3.
Roll a d20 for me. Just roll a d20. Once you hit the ocean and you're in the ocean, octopus brain is kind of taking over.
My d20 with the intelligence, I've got 19 on the die. With the -3, it'd be 17.
Okay, there is a vague idea held in that octopus brain, that tiny little octopus brain that says, I think I need to go over to that ship. Yeah, there's a giant kraken there, but
He looks like my
something
friend.
important about that ship, and so you start to.
The Kraken is family. Do octopi eat other octopi? We're gonna find out.
So
Um,
stealth roll. How'd you do?
16 on the die plus 1, 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, you start to. You think you're pretty sufficiently hidden as you
Okay.
make your way over to the ship with your movement. You can control that little icon.
Okay, but I'm looking. Should I do an investigation check? I'm looking for Juniper, right, with my big ol' eye. Do I see a water genasi to grapple and sink to the bottom of the ocean?
In
And
the
murder.
immediate vicinity, all you see is a giant kraken pulling a ship into the ocean. There's a crack in the hull of the ship on that side.
I want to enter the crack.
Okay.
I should have more than enough. I've got 60 feet of swim, so I've only
60?
gone like 30 feet.
The crack
Yeah,
by the
then
I want to go in the
5,
crack by the
10,
Kraken,
15,
please.
20, 25, 30, 35 to get in. So 35 feet gets you. Hang on just a second. 35 feet gets you right here. Can you see? Way down below?
No.
I might have to give your token vision.
You don't have to show me in there because I'm not going to fully enter if I don't see her in there. I might just go back out and then try to move her along the bottom of the hull.
Can you see now?
Oh, I can.
Okay. Yeah, looking in there, you don't see any signs of movement other than like barrels and crates that are floating underwater as it's slowly pulled under the sea.
Okay, then I want to move outside the crack and then use the rest of my movement to octopus crawl along the bottom of the hull because I'm looking for a water genasi. Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I wouldn't see her if I don't see her from this angle. Doesn't mean that she's not on the other side of the ship.
Right. So
On the
you dip down
outside.
underneath the boat, and you're gonna crawl towards the rear or the front.
Neither. I would just want to go to the. I want to
Go up the side.
on the other side. Yeah, I want to
Okay, yeah.
be looking forward and
Looking
front,
down the
I'm just
side
looking
of the ship.
under the
You don't-
sinking ship.
You don't see a person anywhere. No humanoid forms.
So she's not under the water. I thought she was going to be like under the ship, not in the ship. Okay. That's all my movement then. If I moved all the way over to the other side of the ship, I'm sneaking. Okay, I'm done.
You do see, though, that even though you think you're
What?
sufficiently hidden, that Kraken eye is tracking you everywhere you go.
I'll wait.
Next up is Genevieve. Go ahead.
I'm just
Alright.
an innocent octopus. Don't mind me. I'm just a little octopus.
So, Genevieve, you're on mid-mast.
Yes, from that mast down to the different sharks, this closest group, is that an accurate measurement?
Yeah, about 30 feet.
What about this group? Is that right?
Sure. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go with that.
What about here? Is that right?
Straight line for a spell. So, yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of sharks, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's slowly getting overrun with sharks. There are 4 on deck right now.
I'm feeling kind of guilty about running away from Xavier, and I'm afraid that even though he's made of wood, they might just chomp him up anyways. So I'm gonna tap Dee Dee on the shoulder and be like, "Watch this," and aim
He's
for
30
the.
feet below you.
Oh, he is. Sorry, I forgot. I'm like, never mind. I didn't tap him on the shoulder. That was just for flavor. Don't worry.
He
about
looks
that.
up. What?
You're gonna like this. And
Okay.
she's gonna focus on these 2 down here, grab 2 bells, and start singing.
Okay.
So she's gonna. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Shatter on them at level. What level is that? The 4th level. 4th level Shatter.
Shatter. Very nice.
Damage.
I'm going, sometimes I am mean, crushing those who dare come to challenge. Oops, did I make you cry? Pounding your crown, shatter your illusions, that's tough. But it ain't over now. The reverb rebounds to shatter the shards of your bones. Wait, do you have bones? Yeah.
I think they're vertebrates, right?
I don't know. Sharks. I'm not familiar
Shark
with the
people?
insides.
I think
Sure.
shark people are probably vertebrate.
Jen's not
Okay.
clear on it, is the point.
All right, so they have to make con saves.
Con saves, yes.
And if they fail, they take 5d8 thunder damage, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yep. So first one, con save. A 4 plus. There's a 9 on the first one.
Okay.
And the second one got a 16.
So that one saves. So that one's
Okay,
going to take
so
half damage on a successful
right.
save.
So go ahead and roll 5d8 thunder damage as a massive eruption of thunder spreads out from the deck of that ship and a small shockwave. And you hear the crash of like lightning has struck the deck of the ship, but nothing's on fire. But you notice that 2 of the sharks are rocked to their core on that side of the ship as it takes a massive amount of thunder damage. Go ahead and roll. What'd you
So
get?
that was 26. I got 1, 7, 8, 5, and 5. So 26.
26.
thunder
So one
damage.
takes 13. This one takes 13 points of thunder damage, and the other one takes 26, you said. A massive explosion, and the deck of the ship splinters out into the ocean with a little half circle, like something took a bite out of it. And this shark is turned to paste. It is just chum on the side of the boat.
Ooh,
The other one is kind of clinging to the rail on the side of the ship. Didn't get blasted off like the other one, but it did take a
Shark
significant amount of
paste.
damage. Hang on just a second. I have to do one more thing. Its trident shatters in its hand.
Ooh. Yes, I love shatter.
All right.
All right.
So
And then
that
I'm
was
just
your
gonna-
action.
I'm going to call to December Diamonds just to come up beside me. That was cool, right? But just to be safe, you should probably come up and watch with me.
That was boss.
Got you.
Jen, you're so great. You're so powerful. When am I going to be like you?
I love you more and more, baby.
Someday. Just show me. Just show me. I want to be more like
You
you.
got more to see.
He just like dries his tears with your hair. I'll be powerful someday like you, right? Kidding. Oh, that was fun.
All right.
You
Some
is
kind of
gonna murder
pest.
that thing.
But just to be safe, I'm just going to lean on that pole and stay put. That's it.
Okay. All right. Next up is Juniper, who has to make a check real quick. All right. Yep. Good enough. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. 40 will go up here.
I have a mask from the 300 yen store. It's a step. It's a step up from the Daiso.
Yeah, this was like from the 100 Hyakuyen store. Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. The Sambyakuyen store. Do you remember? Do you remember, Jenny? It's always in the
Oh.
Eon
That was-
Mall.
3 coin shop.
3 coin. 3 coin shop. This is a 3
yeah.
coin shop.
Seda. Seda,
Yes, sorry.
Yuktopus sees the bubbles of a swimming humanoid exit the bottom of the
Ooh.
ship, turn, see the kraken, and go, and turn around and swim underneath the boat to the other side.
So she's moving towards where the sharks are. She's moving towards the other boat.
And since you're
Okay.
under the ship, I'm going to move you back up.
Oh right, I don't see my token. Yeah.
Yeah, you're under the ship, like over here-ish.
But it's not my turn, so I can't chase her.
Right. But
Okay, I know where she
where
went.
you are on the side of the ship there is only maybe 10 or 15 feet from where she just darted underneath the ship. under the curved bottom of it, up to the other side.
Oh my! I don't have a reaction.
Okay. And let me see here. I gotta
You
do
can swim
one
fast
little
and
thing
far.
real quick. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and go Lindell while I settle up one last thing for Juniper.
Okay, Lindell is like not a lot of like mechanical stuff. It's information gathering stuff. So she's going to. There are doors here. She doesn't know what's in the doors, but
Oh,
there
yeah,
are
you're down
doors
bottom.
here, right?
Hang on just a second. Let me get back down bottom. Yes, there are doors there.
Okay, so
There's
she's going to
one
move
door on
5
either
feet over
side.
to this ladder and stick her head down to the hole. What does she see down the hole?
Down the hole, you can see the mast going through the floor into the bottom base of the ship where it's bolted in, and it's surrounded by crates and barrels.
Barrels too?
Yeah, there are barrels and crates there.
Okay, awesome. Lindell's going to take the staff off her back and she's going to use her action, and very quietly she's going to drop the staff into the hole and she's going to say, "Trevor, I choose you." And bamf Trevor out in the hole. And she's going to mentally command him to start stacking barrels of gunpowder right around the center of the mast.
Okay. Yep, so Trevor is down there now moving stuff around. Let me get him back on the map. There we go. And you should see him now.
Awesome, yeah. So yeah,
All right.
command him to just stack barrels of gunpowder right around the base of that mast.
Okay. Yeah, he can start nudging him over with his nose, just kind of pushing him around. Yep.
Yeah.
Like a little crane. Yeah, he starts
100%.
stacking up barrels around that rear
And
mast.
then Lindell is looking. If there's a cannon area, there's got to be gunpowder, right? But there's also got to be a spool of the whatchamacallit, of the not the twine, not the quick, but the
Wick.
wick. Is that what it's
Yeah.
called? The thing that
Yeah.
goes.
Fuse.
Fuse. Yes. Because there's pieces of fuse in each cannon, but there's got to be some kind of like spool of fuse, right, somewhere in this area. So she's gonna, if she takes a quick scan around this cannon area and she doesn't see a spool of fuse, she's gonna start searching those rooms there.
Okay. Yeah, looking around, you can see all the cannons do have fuse in them.
Right, but she's looking for like where the pieces of fuse come from, whether it's like a box of fuse or like a spool of fuse or something like that. Does that make sense?
Oh, on this main deck, looking around the cannons.
Yeah,
and such?
exactly. Because like it's
Okay,
got to come from
investigation.
somewhere.
Yep.
Okay.
Investigation check.
Investigation check. Okay. +0. Here we go. Woo, 16.
16. You find about half a foot, like 6 inches to 1 foot lengths of fuse in all the cannons, but no spool.
No spool. Okay. So did that use any of her movement? Or just
To
looking
search
around?
the room would be an action,
Okay, that's her action. That's fine.
so it doesn't
then
really
she's
use
gonna-
movement.
So
I
she's going to
guess.
use another 15 feet of her movement to go to this door. She uses her interact with object to open the door. And then she uses another 5 feet of movement to go into the room. And she's going to search that room as well for
Okay.
some
With the
longer
same
fuse.
investigation roll, you find there is a bag of flour. There's a frying pan. There
Ooh, flour.
is
Perfect.
a large sack full of beans. There is a barrel of hardtack, and that's pretty much it.
No, okay. So she's going to pick up the sack of flour. And then that's the rest of her movement. And she'll come back to the thing and she'll just drop the sack of flour into the hole. And she'll be like, Trevor, add this to the pile.
The sack of flour is twice your size, and it probably weighs about 50 pounds,
Never mind.
which is some kilogram.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so that's fine. She's just going to leave it there where it
Okay.
is, and she's going to start heading back around. Oh, wait, there's a door in here, right?
Yeah,
so
there's a
she'll
door
just
that
move up to
goes to the other
She'll
side.
move up to that second door and she'll end her turn there.
Okay, yep. You end your turn in that little compartment there. Next up, the shark's turn got removed somehow. I don't know how that happened. Roll 20. Let me give them another.
My house is so weird. My one window.
That's so weird that
What
it
was that,
does that.
Brian?
You got taken off the turnover too on the no sharks in the
Oh.
window.
What?
I was never on. There they are.
Okay. So I just added them back in. All right, Sharky's turn. So let's see here. Yep, this one's going to start climbing the rigging up to Jen, as is this one. It's 40 feet to get up there, so they're going to end about right here. They're still a bit ways away. This one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is going to end right there. This one's going to try an athletics check to get up top. He's still stuck. He's not going to go anywhere near that Kraken, so he'll just chill. I have 10, 15 over here. Got anybody else? I think that's it for Sharky Boys. Yep, that's all they can do. Next up is Xavier. But before Xavier's turn, why don't you give it a try, Kraken boy? And the Kraken is going to get a turn.
No.
Yep.
Or not.
All right. All of you see now the form from underneath the waters exits the water with a gigantic tidal flow of water. A giant octopus head emerges from the center of the ocean. Nope, that went to the map. Oh,
Is that you?
how did that happen? Moved it back. Where'd it go? I can't select him. Oh no. All right, this is gonna get a little hairy. Give me a second.
You would just start helping the Kraken. She'd grab onto the hull of the sinking ship and pull and wave. Hey! We're on the same side.
Let's try and get that back into where it was. All right, there. Back to objects and tokens. Okay. And 2 more tentacles break the surface as well. Yeah. And yeah, there we go. Giant Kraken. All right, so the ship is getting
am I in a
pulled
tentacle?
further under. One tentacle is going to reach up and grab the center mast. This tentacle, however, is going to swoop down and try to crash right down on top of Juniper.
Good.
All right.
Oh shoot! I keep moving myself. I'm not here.
Nope,
I'm over
you're over there.
Okay.
All right, so attack, attack, attack. Where are your attacks? There it is. That is a 30 to hit.
Get her! Get her!
Kill her. Kill her.
Kill her! Kill her! Kill her! Kill her!
It's like playing Juniper. I
yeah,
like it. Don't worry.
That definitely hits. She was holding a spell. What was
Uh-oh.
it?
Holding a get wrecked spell.
She was holding Ray of Sickness.
Oh.
Can octopi vomit?
Okay, so she releases her Ray of Sickness, this greenish energy, into the tentacle as it comes down on top of her. It's like I'm playing with myself. Okay. Oh, yep, that hit. Okay. So it has to make a con save, which it does with no problem. So Juniper does get hit. It takes a little bit of damage. This was important because if it failed its con save, then it'd have disadvantage on the attack roll. Okay. 11 points of damage. And it would be poisoned. Okay, so that's that. And that does a lot of damage to her.
Good. Kill her. Kill her.
Is
Actually-
she dead?
Tentacle attack.
Saf did a little bit of damage to her earlier.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's okay.
Come on,
Is
Kraken.
she-
Bludgeoning damage. I can't see
Kraken,
her. Where did she
Kraken,
go?
Kraken, Kraken,
Where'd she go?
Kraken.
I can't believe we're cheering.
There she
for her.
is. God.
Like, go, Kraken, go!
Oh yeah, I'm using her character sheet for this. So that's done. And she takes... It doesn't do as much damage. 1, 2. Okay. There's that. And then she needs to make a con save. But she's got this item.
You know, bloody potion, which is why Yuktopus should have drunk it.
Okay, con
Places to
save.
be.
Con save for Juniper is that. And what does the save have to be? Oh, no, she is grappled and restrained.
Good.
Okay. Wow. All right, yeah, she's grappled by that tentacle. So Kraken's good. The ship is now completely pulled underneath the ocean. Just the very tops of the mast sticking out. Oh, did Thomas go? Where's Thomas?
No, my phone's just overheating. Sorry, so
Ah,
I'm still
okay.
here. I just had to turn off my video.
Okay.
It's so cold there, Thomas.
Well, so
How is your
here's
phone
the
overheating?
weird thing about my house is like literally my office is the hottest room of the house, where everywhere else is temperate because it's a south-facing window and it gets the most sunlight.
Oh no.
That's why I have a fan. It's weird.
Okay, well, let's see.
No, it's just minus 50 outside.
It's not that bad right now. I think it's only like minus 30.
Ah,
All right, yeah, Xavier's going to drink the potion. So
okay.
he drinks
As
the
long as
potion,
someone
it
makes me like
disappears.
it.
And he is
Bye.
going to... He's going to throw Hex on the... Wait a second. Bonus action. Oh, wait, it's an action to drink. Yeah, bonus action Hex the Kraken. If he can. That's his last spell slot. Cast Hex. Place a curse. Okay, he's concentrating. Okay. So the Kraken has disadvantage on ability checks.
Disadvantage on ability checks.
For which one? For strength?
And then he deals
charisma?
extra necrotic damage to it. Disadvantage on ability checks made with the chosen ability.
If you make it strength checks, then it has a disadvantage on grapple, like athletics checks.
Right, so strength probably. No, it's a con save. Well, no, it's the person has to make a con save.
Hmm.
So that wouldn't help. It's any check that it has to make to resist like one of your spells or something like that.
Which would all be saving throws, mostly.
Yeah, unless
Yeah,
there's a
there's
spell that affects an ability check. So maybe strength. That seems... Yep. Okay, so strength checks.
I'm a spellcaster, but I'm a giant octopus.
But who's going to do a contested strength check against a Kraken? Except for maybe
Safkeen
Safkeen.
would!
Right.
Safkeen would. There we go.
Bloody up in the cloud.
Okay,
Sorry.
yeah. So
Well,
straight.
with his
So it's
potion.
hexed. That is pretty much. Well, shoot. Xavier needs to back the hell away from that shark.
Get away from the
Yeah,
shark.
he's gonna have trouble getting away from that thing. 5, 10, 15. Fuck it, he's in the water. He did fine. Alright, so he's in the water now. He can actually gain some health back, maybe. Alright, next up, Safkeen. You're in the green room. Is there any help you want to give?
Does me being in the green room count as a short rest?
If you take an hour in there, yes.
Has it been an
But
hour? No.
It's been about 12 to 18 seconds.
Ah! Ooh. Fine. Can I make a stealth check and see if I can just sneak up to the curtain and push it slightly, just so I can see what Foreteller's doing and like what's inside that room?
Yeah, sure.
I just need to stroll on in and be like, "Yo, Foreteller."
So you push the
Right.
curtain aside?
Well, she's gonna try and stealth first.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
Okay. Hmm, 15?
15. Okay. Yeah, you think you're sufficiently stealthy as you kind of creep over, trying not to bump into any of the gaudy decorations that aren't like the bottom of the ocean at all. Looks like cheap plastic knockoffs. You get to the curtain, and you're gonna open it up and peer inside.
Yes.
All right. So you peek inside. You can see Foreteller's back's turned. He's wearing this opulent, like kind of sultan type outfit with the curly shoes, the whole stereotype, kind of fluffy big cuffs. Very nice, shaven, pointy black hair and beard. Blue skin, similar to what you saw when he was playing his music outside your hotel room for a never-ending day. He's seated at a chair in front of, it looks like some kind of a desk, and there is a window above the desk, and he's looking out and down onto the battlefield, and you can see 3 big, shiny, candy-like red buttons in front of him, and he's just kind of dangling his finger over the center one.
Uh-oh.
He doesn't seem to notice you.
It's okay, I'm gonna punch him in the head. But,
You want to punch him in the head?
no, she wants to.
Mhm.
But is there anything, Safkeen? Throw some water at him. Ah! She can't do any key stuff because she doesn't have enough key points left. Boo-hoo. She could throw something at him. Throw one of her beans at him. Bah.
Come on, Safkeen, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I know. I don't know what to be like.
You're on deck, by the way.
You can spend your turn just like watching him
Yuktopus.
closely.
Yeah, she might. Is there a kitchen around that she can see?
It looked like
Here
there
we
was a
go.
bar, like a wet bar. You could see if there's
A
any
bar.
kind of cooking equipment behind it.
Oh no.
A
That's
literally wet bar.
No, she will stay put.
Okay, you stay put. And you're gonna continue to eavesdrop on Foreteller. Yuktopus.
Yuktopus will, without engaging with any of these tentacles around me, just
Mhm.
kind of pull herself like a creepy octopus. Oh wait, can I see where Juniper is grappled, or is it on the other side of the ship?
You're kind of under the ship right now as you're seeing it pulled under, and she's getting pulled with it.
Okay, I'm gonna
She's
move.
wrapped up in one of the tentacles going.
She's already grappled and restrained. That's all I can do is grapple and restrain her. Because I am a giant octopus. So can we double grapple her? Yeah, I'm gonna move. I want to
Yeah,
move
there's-
myself towards Juniper.
Your octopus body, like, around her and just suffocate her to death.
I can do a melee. I can do a tentacle attack on her. So I want to pull myself over to where she's being grappled.
Okay, yeah, you over
Yeah.
to this giant kraken tentacle that is wrapped around her, and you can just see the upper body, like under her armpits, with her arms are up, and she's just kind of struggling.
You know how a cat like bats things? I want to bat her head with my tentacles.
You can see there's these big suction cups too that are kind of like, swaying underneath the water, looking for things to grab. And you kind of stay away
feels
from them a
like-
little bit and start battening your tentacles down. And Juniper's like, okay, go ahead and roll to attack.
Oh jeez. Oh, but +5 to hit, so that's good. 12.
12. That meets her armor class. You hit.
Woo! I did not expect that.
So do you just get one attack?
Yeah, I just get one.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
5 plus 5 to hit, 15-foot reach, 1 target, 2d6 plus 3 bludgeoning.
Oh shoot, you have a 15-foot reach?
Yeah.
Dang.
2d6, 5 plus 3, 8 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, 8 points of bludgeoning.
If the target is a creature, it is grappled. So I'll just give her an extra grapple. I'll wrap her around her
You've
head.
got one of her arms now, or her head. She's trying to pull you off of it.
I'll let the Kraken know I'm helping.
It's
Just trying to
one of
pull
its
her
eyes is still fixated over that direction.
Pull one of my tentacles up that's not grappling and just wave. All right.
Okay. All right. Yuktopus, I will say that you hear. Well, everyone else hears a low guttural kind of sound, but what you hear is, "What are all these people doing?"
Oh, do I speak octopus? Can I speak?
And I guess Safkeen, you would understand too.
Oh, I can hear it.
What are all these people doing?
What do I say?
All right, next up is Genevieve. Go ahead.
Sharks coming
I
up
want to.
close.
Yeah,
So-
you think they're maybe about 10, 15 feet away, something like
Yeah, I
that.
don't like
Getting
that.
close.
So I'm gonna target
Yeah,
this
maybe
one.
about 15. Okay.
I want to look at that one and narrow my eyes, and then glare at December Diamonds, and then glare back at it again, and start singing. It's such a crazy, crazy feeling. You get weak in the knees. Your poor old head is reeling as I creep into the recesses of your mind and cast a level 1 dissonant whispers at it.
Dissonant whispers. Okay.
Sorry, second level, not level 1. Level 2. My apologies.
Dissonant whispers. I don't have a card for that.
It's blah blah blah. You make a wisdom save.
Wisdom save for
Yarr.
Sharky. Okay. That was a 2, so not great. 2.
Okay. On a failed save, it takes 46 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away from me as possible.
All right.
But
Yeah, it's
it won't move. It won't move dangerously though. Like it won't jump off the thing, but it'll try to move away.
all right. Go ahead and roll what 3d6? Is that what you said?
4d6.
4d6. Okay, go ahead and roll
That's right.
4d6.
4 plus 1 plus 5 plus 4 is 14. Psychic
14
damage.
points. Very nice. Yeah, it looks pretty dazed by what just happened to it, and it begins to look around like it's got vertigo and start to reluctantly climb back down. You said 40 feet?
Oh, no, I don't remember what I said.
Its movement is 30, so I'll take it down 30.
It moves. No, it just has to move its reaction. Immediately use its reaction to move as
Okay.
far as its speed allows away from.
Yeah, it climbs back down, gets back down on the deck of the ship. It's going to end there. And so that was your action?
Yes, and then
All right.
if I look up, I just want to know: can I still see the faces in the sky?
Looking up, yeah, you see all three of the faces in the sky. Safkeen's going. Safkeen's like peering like this. Carlton's one eye on you, and Foretellers.
Ooh, observant. All right, I'm gonna turn back to December Diamonds and be like, any chance you could help me to get up there?
Can I fly 1,000 feet?
I mean, that's really far, bro, but I can try.
All right, and with that response, I'm gonna get him to cast Fly on me.
All right. Bling! A little finger boops your nose from December Diamonds. Come along with
Wonderful.
me.
And then let's start to shoot up. So let's fly
All right.
up. I'm going to take the full 60 feet up, and I know he's only going to go 30, but I'm going to start
Very
zooming
good.
up.
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. December makes it to the top of the mast there with his 30. Do you also get 30?
I get 60.
All right.
I think. Is that fly spell says you get a flying speed of 60 feet for the duration. It lasts for 10 minutes. No concentration needed, it looks like.
All right, so you make it up to about there. And you can see that it's going to take quite a while at this speed to get up to the clouds, but worth a try.
Okay, thanks.
All right, that's Genevieve's turn, and on to Juniper. She's going to try and get out of that strength hold. No way. Let's see if she's got anything. She's going to throw a bubble of acid at the tiny octopus that is batting her on the head. So, Yuktopus, I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw. Can't hear you.
I'm just mumbling to myself about dex throws. Okay.
Mhm.
I only have advantage on stealth checks. Okay. Then a straight throw, 12 on the die, 13. It doesn't show what my saving throws are. Is it the pluses on a +1, I guess? 13.
13. So a cloud of acid comes through the water and
Acid?
just kind of forms a little cloud around your tentacles, and it starts to sting, and your tentacle instinctively moves back away, and
What?
you take.
No, he has to roll to get out of my grapple.
She has a hand free. She's acid splashing you for 6 points of acid damage.
That jerk.
We hate him.
I'll do my HP on roll 20. Let's see here.
All right, that's Juniper's turn. Next up is Lindell,
Okay,
who's below deck.
so I'm gonna open the door and go into this second room here.
Yeah,
using
it looks
5
like there's
feet
a
of
little
movement.
bar. A bar with 3 stools.
Damn
There's
it,
some
and
liquor.
no spool of fuse, eh?
go ahead and roll another investigation check.
Shoot, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. The alternative is pretty shitty. 11.
You find a big barrel of rum and several bottles of like whiskey or hard liquor. But that's
Mm. You know what? I can work with this. Okay, so she's going to. How big is the barrel of rum?
it's like a little keg size with a spigot in the side. Maybe
She would like to,
that big.
and just tell me what I would have to roll for this or whatever. She would like to roll it out of the door
Athletics.
and end it somewhere about here.
Yep.
Okay.
Athletics, half your movement.
Athletics, half my movement. Okay. Oh, I don't have advantage, but it's a 12 anyways.
12. That's not too bad. You managed to tilt it over and start.
I just want to roll it. Yeah, so I half my movement, so I can get 15 feet. So 5.
from
10,
from out
so
the
I can
door,
get
you can
to
go 15.
here. Yeah, there.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15. That'd be 20, I think.
Oh, is that too far? Here?
Yeah, right
Or-
there. Yep, you've
There
got
we
the
go.
barrel
Okay,
right
yeah.
there.
So she's just rolling this big barrel of rum.
Mhm.
It's like this could work. This could work. That's her action, right?
Yeah, if you want to interact and try to roll it down the chute.
She doesn't want to roll it down. She wants the big barrel to end up like right in the center, right here.
Okay, good enough.
And then her interact, or I guess I don't know if she's got one more thing, but she wants to just use her dagger and just jam a hole or two in the keg so it starts leaking all over the floor.
Easy. I mean, you can just turn on the tap.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. There we go. She'll open up the tap of
Yep.
the keg and
Yeah,
just
it
have
just
it
starts-
start flooding the floor.
Yeah, making it like a kind of a sticky puddle on the floor.
Perfect. That'll
All
do
right.
just nicely. Okay, that's the end of my turn. And
All
Trevor
right,
is still
next
like stacking up those
Yep.
barrels of
He's
gunpowder
just
right around this
continuing.
mast.
All the barrels and all the crates are just stacking up against the mast, kind
Not
of
the
wrapping
crates of
around it.
bones, just the gunpowder stuff.
Just the gunpowder. Got it.
Yeah, the bones can like be moved to the side, but the gunpowder she wants right around the mast in like a nice big pile.
Easy enough.
Okay.
All right.
End of my
So
turn.
next up is the sharks that are going to continue to try and find
Brian,
things
what
to
are you
attack.
drinking? You pour some water from a kettle?
5, 10, 15,
Smoothie?
20, 25, 50.
Yeah, banana smoothie.
Mm.
There's no spiders in it, right?
Hey! Don't
Spider
say that.
smoothie.
50.
What's it?
Oh, hell yeah.
Flavor
What
of
is
the
this
smoothie?
shark's strength? Oh, shit. The shark climbs up and grabs the hammer. There is now
Oh fuck!
a shark,
Oh
Oh
no!
fuck!
the
Oh
big ass
fuck!
fucking hammer. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's gonna do that.
Why did
So
they only
Emma
have
shark-
short expectations
shark
after
jumps
This
up.
got serious.
And gets in the water, and it's gonna go 5,
Hmm.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Right on him. 45 to Xavier. This one's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 25, 30, 35 over the edge, 40, 45, no problem. So 2 of them on Xavier. 1 on Yuktopus. I think that's it. Yep. Okay. So 4 trident strikes against Xavier, and 2 against. Oh no, 1 bite attack. It doesn't have its trident. So 3 attacks against Xavier, 2 attacks against Yuktopus. So first, let's do
Not the
Yuktopus.
octopus, not the genie, not the genasi. Come on.
Genasi's trapped in the fucking Kraken tentacle. They saw it change. They saw you changed into an octopus, so that's where they're going. Wow. Okay. It's terrible.
Terrible good or terrible bad? Terrible for who?
Terrible who?
Yuktopus, the first trident attack is a 12 and then a 13.
My armor class is an 11.
Oh, both hit. Okay. So 2 trident
Well done.
strikes stab at your abdomen. What do you call it? Thorax? I don't know. Let me find my dice. Okay,
Thomas,
first one is
you decided
5 and
Huh?
3
Pardon?
plus,
Have you
plus
decided
6.
to Jennifer?
Yeah, I had to decide on Friday if I was gonna either send her to PetSmart for 2 weeks to hang out at their adoption center or adopt her. And I was like, I can't do that to her. So I decided to adopt her.
Congratulations. That's good news.
That's so cute.
All right. Yuktopus, that's 20 points of piercing damage.
Oh, piercing. I'm still alive.
Still an octopus?
Oh, I don't know how to.
Once you drop to 0, you turn back into you.
Oh, no, I'm still not.
Still an octopus. Okay, good to know. So it's going to end its turn there, and then 1 bite attack against Savior, natural 20 on the bite, and then 2 trident attacks. That's a 21, and the other one misses. So 1 trident attack for 13, and 1 bite. Bite is... Oh, shit. The bite is a lot. And it got... Yeah, okay. So 13 plus a shit ton. That's plus 6. So 14, 28 plus 6, 34 plus 12, 46. 46 points of damage against Savior. Oh, but he drank from the bottle. So he takes half. He takes 23.
Ooh, thank
Oh shit,
goodness.
he's fine. He is fine. All right, so 23 brings it down to 58. So Safkeen, you can hear Xavier say, "I'm fine. I didn't hurt at all. You guys are wimps. This potion is great. Foreteller would have learned how to make this." All right. Now it's the Kraken's turn. The boat is completely under the ocean now, so I'm going to take it off the map. Shabam. No more second ship. It is gone. The fire has been extinguished. All right. Kraken is going to move its tentacles. 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. 1 over to here. And then this one. Oh shit, this one can reach. This one's going to smack down on top of... I think it can get everybody. Yeah, Juniper's like caught up in this tentacle. You guys are smacking it. Yeah, okay. Well, it's going to move a little bit, and then it's going to smack down on everybody. So I need... you... Yuktopus? I need you to roll something. I'll need to look it up. And then the other tentacle is going to squeeze on Juniper. Okay. Oh no, it's going to do something different. Okay, so one tentacle reaches up and grabs the other ship and starts reaching for the mast. It can't quite get there yet, but it is starting to grapple the one good vessel. Lindell, you kind of feel the ship rock, and you hear the moving closer to your ship.
Okay, we gotta go.
Yuktopus, you all of a sudden feel this bludgeoning from up on top of your head, as you and the shark and Juniper are all enveloped in this sea of tentacles and suction cups that are crashing down around you. I need you to make a... What is this? When you hear it's low, I want friends.
Oh.
Not yet. How does this work? I need you to roll a strength saving throw. The shark will do the same. Shark strength save.
So I want to be its friend. I don't want to fight it. So wait, I don't want to fight it. So what is it doing to me?
It doesn't know that it's hurting you. It is just trying to grab people.
Oh, I gotcha.
Little snow monster.
Thir- 13.
Everybody is now grappled by these tentacles that are squeezing you, and you're all restrained. Juniper is going to take a little bit of damage from squeezing, and the rest of you are going to take bludgeoning damage from the tentacle strike. So first,
Is it my turn?
no, it's the Kraken's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry. On the turn order, I didn't see the Kraken on there.
Same time as the sharks. So
Gotcha.
that is a 30 to hit.
Okay. Oh, to hit. Yes, of course.
All right, then you
I have
take
an 11 AC. I'm a giant octopus. Anybody can hit me.
15 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm still an octopus.
All right,
Wow.
and the shark.
Hardy octopus.
Yeah, the
Oh, I started
shark.
with- the octopus had more HP than you, Auburnell. So
Good change. Good change.
18.
Yeah.
Shark took 18 points of bludgeoning. And Juniper.
Okay.
She's grappled. She takes a lot. 15 plus 7. 22 points of bludgeoning. I'm doing hers on her character sheet. Doesn't do quite as much damage. That is how much? Okay.
So we can roll to ungrapple, right? We can do a roll DC to get out of a
So
grapple.
end of any of your turns, you can try to break free. Juniper already tried, could not. Okay, so that's the Kraken's turn, and next up is Xavier. He's going to... let's see. Oh, he was concentrating on Hex. He maintains the Hex barely. Actually, he'll have to roll a few times. Nope, it drops. Hex drops. So he is going to... All he can do is Eldritch Blast, I think. Yep. Eldritch Blast! So boom, boom. He's going to Eldritch Blast both of them. I think he can do 2 beams against each one. So first 2 beams. Oh, double 5s. That's terrible. Is that a 12? Oh man, first 2 hit against the left one. Second 2, natural 20 on that one. Good. So second 2 hit, one of which is a natural 20. He deals, I think, 1d10 plus 3. So first one that's a natural 20 is 3 doubled, 6 plus 3. So 9 points. Second one is 11. What is that?
9 plus
20?
11, 20.
20 points. All right. So that one takes 20 points of damage. That's it. It's dead. 1 shark down. And,
Is that the one with the hammer?
Shark.
yeah. The one with the bite is the one that's left.
Oh, thank
Yep.
God.
Because it's damaged. Okay. So that's that. Very good. I think that's all he can do with his turn. He's not going to try and swim away and take an attack of opportunity from that bite. Next up, Safkeen. So you're still peering in, snooping on Foreteller.
She's now heard this. I assume she's able to hear this Kraken speaking.
Yeah, you can hear it saying that it wants friends.
Okay.
Aw.
Has Foreteller pressed that middle button yet?
No, his finger's just circling it as he watches.
Okay. Can she like sneak up to him? Like not behind him, like kind of like to the side. Like she doesn't want to like surprise him exactly.
Okay. Yeah, it's a small room, very small. It doesn't
Okay.
look like
She's
there's
just gonna like
much
make
going on
noise
here.
as she walks until she like gets there and he's her. Like he doesn't want
Okay,
him to turn around.
You're just gonna kind of sidestep and get around him to the side. Go ahead and roll another stealth check.
She also doesn't want to surprise him so much that he like hits that button by accident. God. I got a not great. A 12.
12. Okay, you think you're being a little less stealthy than before, but he doesn't seem to be reacting. He's still just kind of watching, just swirling his finger on the button.
Okay. So can she like walk up beside him?
Mm-hmm. What do you want to do?
She just wants to be like from up here. Can I talk? Can I talk to people?
Are you asking Foreteller? Are you speaking out loud?
No, she's asking for that.
Oh. He says, naughty, naughty, not supposed to be in here, and snaps his fingers, and you're back out in the main room.
Do we just see the clouds like screaming?
Yeah, you just see. Well, Lindell wouldn't underneath
I
the
wouldn't,
deck, but
yeah.
everyone else.
Kick one of the hams and then stomp over to the. She's gonna stomp over to the window thing again, and she's gonna try and call out in Aquan, just hoping that the Kraken might hear and just be like, "We're all your friends, other than that beefy blue one. You can hurt her. She's mean."
Okay. Roll a persuasion check for me.
Natural 20. 22.
Yay, you.
The curtain flips open again, and you hear Foreteller. What are you trying to do? Come on, you're ruining my fun. And then you hear a. My friends, your friends.
Oh.
Aww.
Oh, look now, you're ruining everything. That's it.
Stuff
And he goes back in and closes the curtain behind him.
What's it gonna do? Don't do it.
Run after him. Can she?
You can run after, but you can't quite
Whack
get
him in the
there.
head.
Yeah, that would be your turn to get to the curtain. You can't go in yet. But you do find it very odd that his voice in person, face to face, is different than the voice he puts on in a persona. You've seen this before when he was outside and in the, like on the boardwalk in the dream world. He acted differently, almost like he was putting on a facade with the, kind of deep Santa Claus kind of voice. Okay.
Yeah.
So Safkeen's done. Next up is Yuktopus, who is trapped right now in the tentacle.
Wait a minute, did we skip Lindell?
Did we?
Lindell, you were at the top right before the sharks and the whatchamacallit. You roll the barrel.
Okay, Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I thought you had gone twice. I apologize.
No, she just got grappled. That I had her have to roll because of the Kraken's turn.
Yeah, I did get to
I'm
roll
sorry.
and roll badly.
Not that I haven't accidentally skipped people many times in the past.
Yeah.
Safkeen wants to have a
Okay.
Kraken as her pet now.
I know I'm grappled. Am I within 15 feet of Juniper?
Yeah. You guys are all like right in a mass of tentacles.
Smack her in
Okay,
the face.
I'm gonna roll to get. I wish. I don't know how Juniper. I don't
So,
know how Juniper hit me when she was grappled. First off,
At the end of your turn, you can try to get free. You are restrained currently.
you say the end of my turn, but there's no action I can do while grappled.
While restrained, you just have, let's see, attack rolls against you have disadvantage, and yours have, or advantage, and your attack rolls have disadvantage.
So I can still try to hit Juniper in the face.
Yeah, and then also disadvantage on dex saves. And you can't move.
I will try to hit Juniper in the face.
Yeah, you still
Okay.
got
Try
plenty
to
of
get a
tentacles to
swing
slap.
out.
Yeah, but you've got 15 reach. You don't
Come
need to
on,
move anyway.
Yuktopus.
Flail your arms around a bit.
With
Smack her.
Disadvantage. 10 on the die. That's 15 to hit.
Hey!
15 to hit. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, 15 hits. Easy. Stop it!
Yes. 2d6.
Come on, Yuktopus.
Whoa. 2d6. I got 5 on each die. Plus
Nice.
10.
Mhm,
Plus, what is it? Plus 3. 13 points of bludgeoning.
Very nice. Doesn't do quite as much as you'd think, but it does do some damage.
So now I can roll to see if I get out of grapple?
Yes.
Or is
you
it doesn't
can
say it's an
roll a
action,
strength
does
save.
it? No.
No, it's
Strength.
just
So
an
strength
innate
saving
threat.
throw.
Okay, so I'm trying to wiggle out. 14.
14. No, you're still grappled by it, but you do notice it's kind of loosening its grip a little bit.
I'll be your friend. Oh, I can't talk. I'm an octopus.
You have the feeling that maybe Safkeen's words had some effect, but in your octopus brain, you're like, wait a minute, I'm an octopus.
I'll just the giant tentacle that has me all grappled. I'll just pet it with my little tentacles.
Oh,
Aw, you're just gonna.
Little
Yeah.
massage.
Yeah.
Next up is Genevieve, up in the
Calm and
sky.
Alright. Well, looking straight ahead, how far do the faces seem? Because I just want to know. I remember you talking about this with Lindell the other day, but how far away do the faces seem?
Roll a nature check.
Sure.
Perfect use of a nature check, right?
Safkeen would willingly throw Carlton Clarence out as a test.
I got a bad
Throw him out? Is that what you said?
Yep. See if Genevieve can catch him.
Throw me out?
No, she doesn't say
Safkeen.
that. She's thinking it.
6.
Yeah.
Really, really fucking far.
Oh,
I want to have it.
Combate.
I want to try something, but I don't know if it's going to work. But I don't know if it's worth trying. Oh, I can't do it anyways. Never mind. That ruins my plans a little.
Yeah, it's a little discouraging when you actually start to float up in the air. You're like, this is going to take forever.
Then I think what I'm going to do instead is turn myself invisible.
Okay, Genevieve disappears.
Bloop.
Bloop.
Unfortunately, that's not a feature yet in Roll20. They're working on it, but I read a bunch of forums where people are requesting. It hasn't made it to the top of their request list, so not there yet.
How would you keep track of invisible people on Roll20?
Only the
GM could
DM
see.
and the player would see it. No one else would.
That's cool.
Yeah,
So
they're working on it.
That shark with the hammer is still about 45 feet from me.
Yeah, about 45 feet. I'd say 40 will get you there.
I want to go. Can you float me over here? I guess I can move myself. What am I saying?
Yeah, you can move
Jen?
yourself, and you should be able to move December Diamonds also.
Jen is
Yeah, let's do
moving
that.
like a getty.
Huh?
What is
Oh,
the
what?
insect called?
Oh, Gedgy. Like, get what? What are we getting? What are we getting? Gedgy.
Gedgy. And then I'm not going to say anything to December Diamonds. I'm just going to leave him there still flying up. So he's going to go probably another 30 feet on his own up.
Okay.
And that's going to be
you're
my
gonna
turn.
stay put way over there. Okay.
Yeah, floating in the sky over there.
Are you descending at all, or are you just going across?
I wanted to come back down.
Come
Yeah.
back down. Okay. So I'll say
At an angle.
you are roughly still about 70 feet above the ship.
Okay, but I'm kind of parallel to this guy, right? That's what I was going for.
Pretty close. Actually, you'd be a little higher from that angle.
Okay, so I'll go up. Like, I'm
It's
like
a little
here.
hard to judge, but yeah, maybe that'd be.
That was my intention, was to fly so that I would be.
You're right across. No problem.
In line. Yeah. Cool. Okay.
Isometric's weird.
That's it.
All right, so that's Genevieve's turn. Next up is Juniper. She is going to acid splash Yuktopus again. So Yuktopus.
Juniper, she didn't see me get polymorphed, did she?
Drank the potion.
She knows that an octopus is attacking her repeatedly.
But she doesn't know I'm you.
No, she has no idea. There's
There's
a massive kraken. Like, I can't do shit against this, but maybe I can get this little one away. So I need to dex save, but since you're restrained, you have disadvantage. So dex save with disadvantage.
I can. I'm choosing the two
And
good
does
dice.
my attack have disadvantage? Or no, it's a dex save. So.
8.
8. Okay, so another
Single
cloud
digits.
of acid splashes out.
Okay, this could be it. This could be it.
Oh,
We'll
she
see.
can do it to both. She's gonna do it to both.
Yeah.
The shark and Yuktopus, because they're both within range. So shark. Yeah, shark saved, so he'll take half. 5 points of acid damage.
Is half or the full thing?
5 is the full thing.
I'm still an octopus.
I just want to make sure about something. Oh shit! No, it. What level? Yes, it does 2d6.
Nope.
So that's a 6. Okay, so another 6 points of acid damage, and it'll be half for him. So that's 2 plus 3 is 5.
My HP is 6, so that drops me to 0.
Now you are you.
Oh.
Am I you at my previous HP?
Yes.
Okay. We're good to go then.
All right.
Except
So
that I'm
you-
drowning.
Except I'm drowning. No big deal.
What is your Constitution bonus?
I am underwater. A +2?
So you can breathe underwater for 3 minutes, which is the equivalent of 30 rounds of combat.
Oh, you mean hold my breath?
You can
I can't
hold your
breathe.
breath before
Okay.
you start to drown.
Okay, so now I've got to figure out how to get out. Okay, gotcha.
But
Win.
you are grappled by a kraken arm,
Yes.
and you start to. Okay.
But now I have spells. So.
Yes. Next up, Lindell.
Okay. Lindell feels the whole shaking of the things. She's like, we got to get moving. She's gonna grasp her hands and be like, "Oh, great God, Safkeen, whatever you can do, I just need one more round to complete this, and then the ship can sink. Just help me out whatever way you can." And then she's gonna say another prayer. "Oh, Clarence, this is your employer. Help me out and give me a play-by-play of what's happening outside the ship, please. Otherwise, I'm going to dock your pay. Thank you."
He drops the bowl of snacks and rushes over. There's a Kraken. The Kraken's got a shark and Juniper and you in it. Xavier's fighting a shark. There's Genevieve's flying up above. There's a shark with a hammer. I can't see you.
That's okay. Just keep giving me a play-by-play, and everything will be okay.
The bottle that Juniper just drank and that Xavier drank afterwards just appeared in the ocean. It's floating over by the Kraken.
Okay, awesome. So she's just gonna try to get him to give her a round by round play-by-play, because she can't see what's going on. So she's going to have Trevor. So how's the pile of crates? Because he's been using his action for the last 2 turns to pile up.
It's done.
Perfect. So he's
crates
gonna
are all stacked up around.
She's
the
gonna
mouth.
mentally command him to grab the barrel of gunpowder on the very top of the pile in his mouth and hold it up out of the hole. And she's gonna cast, and I don't know if this is a possible thing because it's a bit of a stretch for the spell, but thaumaturgy says you can instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. So she wants to try to use thaumaturgy as a bonus action to pop open one of the barrels.
Pop open the barrel. Okay. Gunpowder barrel. You want to pop the lid off of it?
Exactly, because it's not locked. It's just closed.
Okay. Yeah, you use thaumaturgy. The lid pops off, and gunpowder starts to pour out.
Perfect. Yeah, and she's gonna get Trevor to pour a line from this hold all the way across, and then drop the barrel into the second laddered hold.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So yeah, Trevor's got 30 feet, so he can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over to there, and then
Awesome.
he can kind of just spit it out.
Spit it out. Awesome. Okay, and then use his. Awesome. So I'll save his action for the moment. Lindell's gonna run back inside the bar. And
I would say that's probably his action to do all that.
That's his action too. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's fine. But
with
yes,
the
now there's a
barrel
line of
and-
gunpowder
Yep,
leading from the
spreading
stack right around the base of this mast, and all across, going through the puddle of rum,
there's just a line,
and then
connecting
drops the
both
barrel
ones.
into the next hold of gunpowder.
Yep.
Right at the base of that mast, because the first explosion wasn't big enough. She got to do this better.
All right.
She's going to run back into the bar, and there were bottles of whiskey, was it, you said?
Yeah, there was some whiskey, there was some rum, some other
Okay, so
unidentified hard
She's
liquid.
going to grab a couple bottles of whatever she can just very quickly identify as hard liquor, and grab, are there bar rags anywhere?
Yeah, sure. There's a couple rags.
Yeah,
under
so
there.
she's gonna pop the top of a whiskey or rum, shove a bar rag, and she's gonna try to make a couple Molotov cocktails, however many she can make with her action.
Roll a intelligence or dexterity ability check. Either one.
Oh yeah, okay, definitely dexterity.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she's not really thinking about this too much. She's just doing it. 10.
You think you got one?
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It looks a little shitty, but yeah, you might have one.
Okay, that's her action. That's the end of her turn.
Okay, go ahead and add one Molotov cocktail to your inventory. And next up is the sharks. Bite attack against Xavier. Bite attack. It's +9, 13 misses. Right. So it is going to stay put. The other one's going to do a disadvantage bite attack against. Oh shit. Against Juniper.
Good.
Natural 1. Nope. Misses. All right. This one's got the hammer. It pops the cork from the hammer portion, or the ale barrel portion of the hammer, and takes a big swig. All right. It woozes around a little bit and pops the cork back on, grabbing the hammer.
Oh, this hammer's a special hammer. Hermione. Oh,
Severus
She's a sweet
Snape,
baby.
Snape,
she is.
Severus.
All right, it's going to go back down. How far is that?
It's sad that JK is such a transphobe.
Yep.
Because my dog
Back
is
down.
named after Hermione.
Yeah.
And the hammer is with this one now. He's got it. All right, that's where he'll end. I think that's all the sharks. Strength check from the other shark to get out. Hey, it got out. All right, so this shark is free of the tentacle, and it's going to move 15, 20, 25, 30. Way out here. It's like, nope. And now the Kraken's turn. Your friend's my friend. It says as it loosens its grip on you and Juniper, and
Oh.
Safkeen and Arthur.
and both of you are now free as well. The tentacles move. One over to this side of the ship, and it's going to reach over and grab the center mast. And this tentacle.
You is laughing underwater. There's just air coming out.
Big
air
That was your one breath of air to cast a spell. There you go.
Makes it to about right here and is going for that rear mast but can't quite make it. And that is the Kraken's turn. Nope, it's going to use that tentacle to grab the mast and pull it. So this ship is now starting to sink. Lindell,
Yes.
you notice through the... Where are you right now? You're in
I'm
the bar.
in the
room.
bar.
You notice nothing. Never mind.
Just when I feel the whole ship like
you feel,
tilt.
yeah, you feel the whole
Yeah.
whole ship tilt back a little bit. The bottles kind of and cups slide off the bar towards the back end of the ship. You have the feeling that this ship is now starting to sink as well, for some reason. But you haven't heard anything other than the moans of the Kraken or some large being outside the ship. I don't think you've seen the Kraken yet, have you?
Nope, I have no idea.
Okay.
Other than if Carlton Clarence yelled out, "There's a crack," pardon me, then that's the only
That's
way I
right.
know.
All right. And I'm going to move the head to a central location over here. All
wanna
right.
go get
Next up
mommy some
is
wine?
Xavier, who's going to do
Get mommy some wine.
4 Eldritch Blasts at this
David?
guy. Yeah.
Would he let Juniper go, considering I told him expressively not to let go of the beefy blue one?
Yeah, why did he let us go?
I
Nope,
told
we
him
don't
to
know
let
yet.
you go.
He didn't.
Oh,
Very
told him
low
not to let
intelligence.
Go of
very low intelligence. So he just let go. Whoa,
It's cocked.
what a sweet
So
Kraken.
that's
What a sweet Kraken.
the shark. All 4 of them hit. So that's a D10 per. Plus 3. So 9 plus 12 is 21.
Safkeen still wants to have a
Plus
crack at his pet
10
now.
is 31. Plus
Might be a
6 is
possibility.
37. 37 points of Eldritch Blast damage. It is not dead, but it took a lot of force damage. I think he can use his ability to make it push back. I don't know how he does that. It's a feature, isn't it, to push it back?
It's part
I
of
love you.
the cantrip, isn't it?
It's just part of
Repelling
Eldritch
Blast.
Blast, like it's
Yep, 40 feet.
within it.
So it gets moved 40 feet away. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
That's a lot.
30, 35, 40. Way back to there. All right. And now he is free to move. So he is going to go... fuck it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20,
Hermione's like,
30. Right to there. Okay. So he's still in the ocean on the other side of the ship there. Next up is Safkeen. So you're at the curtain.
Yeah, she's not even gonna try and be stealthy anymore. She's just gonna stroll on in.
Yeah, you push open the curtain and force your way in. He looks at you. He says, "You don't want me to hit this button? I'll do it." Safkeen, stop. His finger is on the button and starting to depress it.
Oh no, Safkeen will stop, and she'll just sort of lean against the wall and cross her arms and look at Foreteller and be like, "Tell me, why are you doing this?"
Roll a persuasion check.
That's right. Get him talking. The bad guys like to monologue. Get him talking.
Yeah.
I thought you liked Foreteller.
Aw.
Ooh, 17.
Ooh.
Is the hero
He takes his hand off the button. He turns in his chair, finger on his chin. I'm a genie. There are rules to these things. You want the wishes, right? Come on, let me have a little fun.
Do you get bored? Is this
All
what
the
this is?
time, of course I do. This is just a little bit of fun before the main event.
Have you ever thought of, I don't know, writing a book?
Many times. Would you like to help me?
Sure, I guess.
So tell me, what would the title of this book be? And he starts to talk you up. His finger's off the button now.
No.
And he's a little bit distracted. So that's about the end of your turn.
He
Next
needs to
up would
quit
be
taking jobs.
you're up. You're now yourself. You're underwater. The tentacles have moved away. And you see Juniper about 15 feet away, 10 to 15 feet away from you. The shark has buggered off. And there you are in the middle of the ocean.
I've watched this air bubble escape my mouth as I start laughing, and then I look at Juniper and I do this symbol as my somatic component to cast Mind Spike.
Yeah, her
Yes!
eyes get wide and she starts to try to swim away as you cast Mind Spike.
That's the
All right.
octopus wall.
She needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw for Juniper.
Get it, girl!
Kill you.
18 on the die plus 2 for a dirty 20.
She still takes half
All right.
damage.
Half damage as you pierce into her mind.
And I get
I'm
to do
surprised
4d8
the wisdom is so
because
high.
I'm casting it at level. I only have 3d. Oh no, I don't. Here we go. Okay, 4d8. I didn't have this many dice. Okay. 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So half of that 9 points of psychic damage.
It's not halved. For some reason, this is not halved.
Oh, is she susceptible to psychic damage?
So you notice that this deals full damage to her, 18 points.
Ooh,
As bubbles start to spew out of her as she clutches her head.
Okay, she can't get away from me now. I'm
So
in her
that
brain.
was 18, right?
Yes,
That sounds oddly romantic. Like,
I am in your mind, Juniper.
All right.
Happy Valentine's Day.
You notice for the first time that she's starting to look a little weary compared to before.
So
How much
that's
HP
my.
does this girl have? God,
I know.
She drank a potion.
that's true. She did.
Fudge. Okay. So that's my action. I am going to then because she can't hide herself from me. I can like figure out where she is through our mind. So I'm gonna start swimming towards the surface. I don't even know how deep I am.
Yep, you swim up towards the surface. You're only about maybe 20 feet down. So
Okay,
I'd
so
say
I'd have 15 feet of swim then.
you're
25
pretty
to 30
close
foot.
to the surface. Yeah, I'd say next turn you'd be at the surface.
Okay, then I'm
All
done.
right. That's Yu's turn. Next up is Genevieve. What would you like to do?
It's all my spells I have to sing, so fucking ruins being invisible. That's fine. That's fine though. I still can't be seen, so
Yeah, you're invisible.
I do want to target that little guy down there. He's how far is he?
That
60
guy?
feet?
Yeah, within 60 feet. The other guy's more like maybe 90 down to the water and across. Yeah, probably more like 90 for that guy.
Well, I'm gonna reach out with my mind, ringing two bells and saying, "It's all chaos." So they say, all these ideas, these words abandoning. You feel your head split, or so they say. You're a degenerate whose mind is flayed, whose mind is flayed. And just a little gentle mind sliver hitting for 2d6. It's an intelligence
2d6.
save, though.
All right, so he makes an intelligence save, which he definitely fails. Shark's not too intelligent. So he takes what kind of damage?
Psychic.
Psychic damage.
9 points of psychic damage.
All right, 9 points of psychic damage. Yeah, you see him clutch his head, hammer in hand. He's
Excellent. I like it. Okay, and then
when you cast that spell, you are now visible.
Why? I'm concentrating. It's a cantrip.
I think if you attack, you go visible
Anytime you
again.
cast a spell or make an attack action, then visibility drops.
Right.
This is the third time I've done this.
So you're now visible again, but you're way up in the air. You do have December Diamonds still too.
Such a waste of last turn. I'm sorry. I'm just busy being angry with myself. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna go. This changed everything.
Nothing to see here.
Okay, so you got 50 feet of fly speed.
60.
60 feet of fly speed.
Yes, but I had a plan, and now I don't have
December
a plan.
Diamonds is concentrating on that fly, right?
Well, I know that you're kind of new to this, so if you want to take back the spell, I would let you redo that. If you want to just go back to invisibility and nix the attack.
No, because it seems like something Jen would do, so it's fair.
Okay.
I think then I'm gonna go back to my original plan and just fly back up 60 feet and think, screw it, let's go.
Yep. You fly up a full 60 feet, just up
Woohoo!
above the ship. I'll say that you're where the top of the screen is. You're about 30 feet above that. I think that's where you'd be. Yeah, you're about 30 feet above that.
I'm gonna yell back to December Diamond, see if you can make a mess of things down there.
Oh, I like messes. Okay.
He's gonna fly down 30 feet, his full range, just directly down. Yep.
Yeah, he goes down the mast to that center point, and he'll end his turn. Oh, I mean, if he's within range of a spell, he could hit that other shark with the hammer.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you.
No, he's just gonna wait right now.
Okay, very good. So he's gonna hang out there. Keep in mind, as an action, he can turn invisible at will.
Yeah.
Okay. Then next up is Juniper, who sees you now about 10 feet away going for the surface. She is going to turn around and use her dash to go for the bottle that's floating in the water if she sees it.
That's so far away.
Well, she's going to go away. She doesn't see it. Uh-oh, lost Thomas again.
Come on.
Okay, she's way over here now. Used her dash action. That's all she's gonna do. And then next up will be Lindell. When Lindell's back in.
Hey, sorry.
Okay. Welcome back, Thomas. All right, so it's Lindell's turn, top of the round. Juniper
Okay.
just used her dash to swim way far away.
And she kind of like, so she's using her tiny little halfling fingers to shove a cloth inside the bottle. And
Yep.
she kind of looks up at the side, be like, Carlton.
Your pay's gonna get docked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We're gonna fire you.
Update, please.
We're gonna
Um,
fire you.
All right. Yuktopus is gone. Sharks and Juniper
So
swimming
happy
away.
everyone is calling Yuktopus.
Okay,
Yuktopus.
sorry.
Kraken's trying to pull down the one good ship, and
That makes sense. Why it's
Xavier's
all-
fucking up some sharks. Jen's just swimming or flying, just flying. She's flying.
Shit. Okay. Thank you. Keep it up. Keep up the good
What
work.
are you doing?
Just a moment. You'll see.
Why can't we see you? Okay,
Oh, don't worry about
that's
it.
about that's all the dialogue. Dialogue
So
done.
yeah. So Lindell, after making her Molotov cocktail, is there any sort of like lit candles or anything like that in the room?
No.
Okay, that's fine. She'll use her tinderbox to light the cloth of her Molotov cocktail.
You don't have a cantrip that can do.
I just checked. I do not. Thaumaturgy does not light anything
Okay.
on fire. And I was like, that's bullshit.
Yep.
It says you can cause flames to brighten, dim, or flicker, but it doesn't say you can start a fire.
Okay,
you not have a
tinderbox.
tool? Oh,
Yep.
you do have a tinderbox.
Tinderbox
Use your
starts the
tinderbox.
Molotov cocktail. Awesome.
You
And
got a
she's going
Molotov
to run.
cocktail.
Lovely. So she's going to run back out 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Perfect. So
When you
she's going
hit
to run
30
back out.
feet, when you hit 30 feet, the Molotov cocktail goes off. I rolled a die to see how long you'd have because you only rolled a 10 on that intelligence check to make it.
Oh
I
shit.
rolled
So it
a 5.
explodes in her hand?
So, yep, 5 movements and it goes off.
Oh shit. Okay.
So it explodes in your hand.
Ah!
It's only going to do 1d6 of fire damage.
So bad.
That's a 1. So it deals 1 fire damage. Your sleeve is on fire, so you
Yeah,
take
does
1
it
point of
start-
damage.
Does it start the line of gunpowder on
No,
fire?
it wasn't enough damage.
Oh, her shirt is on
But
fire though?
your shirt's on fire.
Okay, she's not gonna she's just gonna bear with it for the moment, and she's gonna hold out her hand for Trevor, and she's gonna use her bonus action. Trevor, return back into her hand,
Yep.
and
Yeah,
she's gonna take. And she's not shaking her arm. She's just like bearing. She's just biting her lip and bearing with the
Okay,
pain of her
yep.
sleeve on fire. She's gonna bend down and she's gonna hold her on fire sleeve against the line.
Yep.
And she's gonna use her action to dimension door 500 feet straight up.
Okay, as soon as it ignites, you're gonna take another 3 points of fire damage from
That's
the
fine,
little
that's fine.
explosion against your arm, and then you
Yeah.
dimension door out. And where are you gonna
500
go?
feet straight up in the air.
500 feet straight up in the air.
And she grits her face
Okay.
because she's using a 4th level spell slot from the ring, and she knows that she has to make an intelligence save or it's going to hurt her brain to use this spell slot. So she's
Aw.
going to make an intelligence saving throw, which she's probably going to fail because she's not that smart, but let's see. Come on.
And
Oh, yeah,
dimension-
she fails.
So dimension door, you have to make a con save, right?
No, because there's nothing for no saves for
ring.
Dimension Door.
The
Uh,
ring.
So intelligence saving throw or take the psychic damage. Dimension Door is not a
On the ring?
concentration spell. It's an instantaneous spell, so I don't
But you
lose
cast a
concentration.
spell. But you cast a spell above a 3rd level.
Do 4th level. Cast a concentration.
Whenever you cast a
You ca-
spell of 3rd
Yeah,
level
so
or higher,
it says here each time you use a spell of 3rd level or higher, you must make a DC 15
intelligence.
intelligence
Got it,
saving
got it.
throw.
Yep.
So I
Okay.
made the saving throw, which I failed, and so now I'm
Okay.
going to take 1d10 psychic
1d10.
damage.
Yep.
Oh,
and then
Oh, I
the ring
rolled
can
twice,
teleport
but-
away.
The first one is 5. But it doesn't necessarily teleport away because I didn't lose control of the ring because Dimension Door is not concentration.
Okay, now you have to roll a con save because you took
Concent-
damage.
Okay.
You took psychic damage, so that was the mechanic. So if you take psychic damage, you don't save, then you have to see if you can maintain concentration.
On the ring. Okay.
Yes.
Let's make a concentration check.
Oh,
21.
It
Yes.
teetered from 7
Oh,
to
fuck.
17.
Okay.
Very good. Okay, so you maintain, you have the
Fucking
ring,
hey.
and you are now 500 feet. Genevieve, all of a sudden, flying up, you see a little blip appear, maybe 400 feet up from you,
Yeah.
and start
And she's just
to
like in
plummet.
the air, sleeve on
You're
fire,
just like,
staff in one hand, little bit of blood coming out of her nose from the psychic damage, and just like falling through the air skydiving.
Yep. You can see the cloud of Carlton's eyes get real wide, and a little
she's-
like chip falls out of his mouth.
And so she's just imagining both staves of the ship like collapsing from the massive explosion that's about to go off.
Nothing happens.
Oh.
Not yet.
Okay, we'll see what. Wait for it.
All right, so
That's the
you're
end of my
just
turn.
like 400 and something feet up in the air, 90 something feet up in the air, slowly plummeting.
Yeah, just.
You can see the ship way off down there like a little ant. Okay, next up is sharks. So
Thank God that.
the shark that got pushed back is going to go for Xavier. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, no problem. This shark with the hammer is going to jump off. Bloosh. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yep, with the hammer gets to Xavier. This shark, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 gets to you.
Oh my
I think that's
gosh.
all the sharks. So it's going to be bite and hammer against Xavier. So we'll do the bite first since that's easy. It's cocked. That's a 21 to hit. That hits. That is 12 points of some kind of damage to Xavier. Yep. So 12 points of damage to Xavier. Doesn't do quite as much. Okay. That's that for that shark. Other shark is going to do hammer.
Hammer attack.
Using both hands, it goes up out of the water, straight down onto Xavier. Oh, man. So this is... Okay. It's a 17 plus 6, 23. The hammer hits. It smashes down on top of Xavier, crunch in the water, and then a big splash as it continues down into the water. He takes a massive blow, and there's actually kind of a tidal wave ripple that comes out, just out from the impact of the hammer on the water. Let's see. 4d20.
Oh.
It deals a shit ton of damage.
4d20s.
That's right. Straight up just 4d20 damage. That is...
That ain't right.
13 and 17 is 30. Plus 9. 39 points of bludgeoning.
Jeez.
Xavier takes 39 points of bludgeoning damage, but it's halved because Xavier drank the potion. So 19. 2, 3. Good thing he drank that potion. And then he has to make a Constitution saving throw or be stunned. So his con save is +2. Right. As a 10, he's stunned.
Underwater?
Yep. But he doesn't breathe.
Oh, yeah.
So he's just
Lindell, we can hear you.
I don't know what you're
Kind
talking
of
about.
dazed and stunned.
That was my inside voice.
All right, so that's its attack. They're going to stay there. You get 2 trident attacks against you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna run to the
Gotta look at-
bathroom quick. I'll be right back.
Yep, that is a 16 to hit and a 20, dirty 20.
They both hit. I have mage armor up, but wait a second. I accidentally have. Let me take off the helm of whatever. Yeah, I think they both hit. My armor class is all messed up at the moment.
Oh, right, because the mask is gone.
Right. But I still have mage armor.
Actually, the mask is in the water now, too. Or no, the mask is on top of the Kraken's head.
That's so
Okay.
cute.
All right. My armor class is 15, so they both hit.
Armor class is 15. Okay,
Mm.
all right, so that's 2d10 plus something. Is it plus 6? Plus 6 on each, so that's 15 and 11, so 26 points of piercing damage.
I'm still alive.
All right, Shark's going to stay there in combat with you. Kraken is going to continue to pull the boat down. It's going to start taking on water now. Let me see if the fuse is affected. Fuse is not affected. All right. So it's still 1 round. It's pulling down into the ocean. Kraken tentacles are going to stay put. And next up is Xavier? Oh yeah, he just took a shit ton of damage. He's stunned, so I don't think he can do anything.
Poor Xavier.
Until the end of his next turn. He's no longer stunned at the end of his turn. And next up is Safkeen.
You.
You're right after.
Oh, I thought I was after Xavier.
So
Sorry.
Safkeen, you're talking to Foreteller. He's like, so what would the title of this book be?
God.
You know, I would love a
Juniper.
biography. That I've been through so much interesting things in my life.
Well, hey, now that I've got your attention here, can you answer some questions about Mildred? Like, how did she find you? Like,
Oh, Mildred, she released me. And she's, I guess, stuck all 6 pipes in her mouth. No. She had...
you might actually laugh at that.
There were 5 others with her. I pulled them into the same arena. Well, a little bit different. This one was on land. Not too many swimmers in their party. I didn't want to, I didn't want it to be over too quickly. I want a little bit of entertainment. But Mildred won out. She won my 3 wishes, and the rest is history.
How did Mildred win a fight? She's like a twig.
She's crafty, that one. Well, not anymore. Untimely death and all.
Crafty enough.
Yeah, I wasn't much help to her. But, if she wasn't going to free me, I wasn't going to do much to help her either. That's why I got all of you involved, so that you could get me out. You're going to get me out, right?
Of course, unless Juniper wins. She probably doesn't care.
Juniper, tricksy one there. Mine's a little messed up. Been working on that. Not much I can do. I did it in the first place. Hard to undo my own work.
What? Was that one of Mildred's wishes?
Well, Mildred's intents weren't so noble. Wasn't going to free me, so I had to do a little, mess things up a bit.
Why would you do that to Juniper?
Well,
She's her
unfortunately,
daughter?
that was the wish. The target of the wish is the one that gets a little woo.
Oh.
Now then, back to this biography.
What about the genie and the lamp?
Bit cliche, don't you think? All right, so that's about all the dialogue you could have on your turn. Next up is going to be you.
Okay, you
You're almost at the surface, but you're engaged with a shark.
And I'm over 60 feet away from Juniper.
Yeah, about 65.
Okay, I'm gonna take the chance of a
Melee.
Opportunity attack.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to try and swim. I'm going to use my swim speed if I get away from this guy to move towards Juniper by 15 feet.
Okay, it's going to use its opportunity attack to do a bite against you. That is a 2 plus
Yay!
9, so an 11.
Still misses.
Yeah,
Okay.
it nashes out but doesn't quite get you as you start to swim towards Juniper.
So instead of going to the surface, I'm going to change and go towards Juniper. And then again, I used the wrong level of Mind Spike last time because I only rolled 4 dice, and I meant to do it at level 4 because I still have a level 4 spell slot. So I'm going to do the Eyes at her again and Mind Spike her again.
Okay, so you're swimming how far?
Yay! 15 feet. That's as far as I can go.
15. Okay. Yep. And
Okay.
you mind spike at her again, so she has to roll.
Yes. Wisdom save. And this time I get to do 5d8. So.
All right.
Safkeen has a good
That's a
and
7.
by good, I mean awful title.
Oh, 7. So she takes the full thing and she's mind spiked.
Mhm.
What are you doing? Okay, and then poop. Low roll.
Message. Brian Dark.
6 plus 9. 15 points of psychic.
15 points of psychic. Very nice. You see her start to squirm in the water again. She's getting pretty hurt.
But she's still up.
Still up.
Okay, so that time because she failed, she is mind spiked. So last time she wouldn't have been. I didn't realize if she failed to fail. So it just means that I can track her with my mind.
Yes.
Did it do the damage last time?
Half damage, but then you said it was full damage. But if she makes the save, I'm not
then
in
it
her
should
brain.
be right because it would have been halved. So it still only would have been half of that damage. That's okay. It's already done.
I don't know. It's in the past.
It was a whole round ago.
But yeah, so now I can track her with my brain.
That's right. Okay. And would you like to move? No, you can't move anymore.
Nope, I maxed my movement. All I would have is a reaction. I can't
Roll
bonus
a
action.
perception check for me.
I am wildly bad at this. You is not perceptive. Ooh, 17!
You see a large blue liquid bottle kind of bobbing up and down at the surface of the water, maybe about 40 feet away from you. 55 feet away from you.
Yeah, it's pretty far. Gotcha.
Is that accurate? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. You could get there in 40 feet.
Oh, yeah.
If you go by the grid.
Okay. But I'm done.
Okay.
I can't go anywhere.
Next up is Genevieve
floating.
up in the sky. You're now about 30, maybe 60 feet, about 60 feet above the crow's nest of that ship. And you see not a blip. You see a blip that just appeared in the sky that's getting larger coming down toward you.
I don't know what it is, though, right?
No.
That's important. I'm going to try something, and I don't know if it's going to work. But there are giant faces that have been yelling at us, correct?
Giant faces. Yeah.
Okay.
You
So
see
I'm gonna
Carlton
look
up there, mouth open.
Yeah, I'm not looking at him. I'm going to look directly at Foreteller and try to...
By the way, you guys can hear this whole conversation that Safkeen and Foreteller are having. You guys can hear the whole thing.
Oh, interesting.
I think that was actually a good book title. It would have actually done really well.
What,
It would have done actually really well.
So Jen's gonna shout out at Foreteller a vicious mockery and see if it sticks. Just because it seems like
We're having a really good conversation. Don't ruin it. Otherwise, press
A
the button.
vicious
it seems like
mockery.
space might be operating differently here, and because I know he can hear me, I'm gonna try anyways. So she's just gonna cock her head up, shooting up 60 feet, and go, honestly, I didn't think highly of you to begin with, and you've done nothing but continue to disappoint me!
Ooh.
Does it hurt,
Huh.
though? Does it hurt? Is the question.
Hang on. Safkeen, you see him look over his shoulder at the screen. And turns back. Nah, let's workshop this a little bit. We can get a better title. But you got his attention for a moment.
Okay. So I'm just going to keep flying up that 60 feet, but try to get away from this falling object. I'm assuming that he's throwing something at me. So I'm going to try to go to the side of it as much as I can.
Okay, yeah, you move to the side a little bit. Up another 60 or...
Up another 60 feet. And can you remind me how concentration works? Can a concentrating thing cast another spell that doesn't have concentration?
So while you're concentrating, if you take damage, you have to roll to see if you can maintain the concentration. You roll a d20. Above 10, you maintain. Below, it drops. If you cast another spell that requires concentration, it drops on the first spell. You can only maintain concentration on one thing at a time. With Foreteller's magic items, some of them you have to concentrate on. It's not like a spell, it's an item that you're concentrating on to balance out the attunement. So if you're concentrating on that, you cast a concentration spell, it's gone.
Okay.
You take damage and you fail, it's gone.
Then that's my whole turn. And I'm just going to leave December Diamonds there concentrating. Actually, yeah, no, that's good. Yep, just like that.
Okay, very good. Next up is Juniper. In the water. Let's see if she notices the potion. Nope. So she's going to continue to strafe around the Kraken and the boat for full movement ×2.
Ah, I like that one. I'm going to suggest all of these to him when it's my turn.
Over to about right here. And that's Juniper's turn. Next up is... Actually, you know what? No, she's going to do that. Next up is sharks. There are 2 sharks engaged with Xavier.
Made into book editor all of a sudden.
And this shark can go towards you. 5, 10, 15. 1 to you. And 2 on Xavier. Okay, so first one, bite attack against Xavier. That's a 24. That hits. 3d10. Where's my other d10? There it is. Oh god. That's 30 points of piercing damage to Xavier from that bite attack. Jesus, that was strong. But he only takes half. 15. Okay. No problem there. And then hammer strike. So another swipe with the hammer. That is misses. It slaps down into the ocean. He has to take a drink of the ale again and make a con save. Fails the con save. So that one has minus 10 feet of movement. And okay, that's that. And now you, bite attack against you. That is... You can. Yeah, you go ahead and reaction shield. So it rolled a 12 plus... I think it's plus 6. No, plus 9. 21.
The shield just gives me a 20, right?
It's plus 5, I think.
So it still hits.
Then you don't have to use it. That's sucky.
Well, you're supposed to have.
I don't know. I think it's kind of sucky if you don't know the outcome of the roll and you shield and I don't know.
Well, that's the whole point. You burn it to see if it hits or not. I'm a shitty wizard.
Yeah, Matt doesn't do that on Critical Role. He lets him do it after the roll, but whatever. Okay, so...
I am a shit-ass wizard. I'm underwater. I'm not breathing.
So I did bite attack instead of 2 trident attacks on this one. So
Yeah,
you deal
you bit me. Miney baby, you're too heavy. You're too heavy. My leg is fall asleep.
plus 6.
Okay.
5s on all of them. So 15 plus 6 is 21 points of piercing damage.
I'm still alive.
All right. Shark's gonna stay put. Next up is Xavier, who is no longer stunned, so he's going to Eldritch Blast the shit out of those guys. 2 to the one on the left. 1 hits, 1 does not. And 2 to the guy on the right. Both hit.
Wait, this time we missed Lindell. Lindell goes after me, doesn't she?
She's 4 sharks after Juniper. How does that keep happening? I'm just hitting forward in the turn order. Okay, I'm going to go back real quick. Go ahead, Lindell. You're up in the air. I'm sorry. Roll 20 is not behaving.
No,
Okay.
it's not big.
Awesome. All right, so it's come back to her turn. There hasn't been any explosion yet, right?
There has not. It's been 6 seconds.
Shit.
You can see
So
Genevieve
she
down
just-
there flying up towards you, and the ship way down there, a little speck.
So I was trying to look it up. How fast, if just fall, like I know Featherfall reduces your falling speed to 60 feet round, but without
Mhm.
Featherfall, how many feet per round do you fall?
That's a good question. I think technically, I think it is. Well, again, it's per second,
Oh, is that what it's
right?
written
So
in
a
there?
round is 6 seconds. So you would be falling 6 times. Fall speed. Hang on, I'll just look it up.
Okay.
I don't want to
It says-
conjecture.
It's written in Xanathar, but it doesn't say it's in the player's handbook. It
It's
says
60
Xanathar
seconds.
500.
10 feet a second, 60 seconds a round. So
Okay,
you'd
so
fall 60
Featherfall
feet-
doesn't
60 feet.
reduce
So
your
you're-
falling speed at all. It just makes it gentler.
Right, but if you don't hit a surface before Featherfall runs out, you continue to plummet at full speed.
Right. Okay, so she
So you have
was
to
at
wait till the last minute to cast it and then float down to the ground.
right. She was at 500 feet above
So now
sea
you're
level.
at 440
She's now at 440 feet above sea level.
and
um,
continuing to fall.
Yeah. So as she's just free falling, she just takes half a moment to just enjoy this feeling. Just take a deep breath. Does the fire go out on her arm from the speed
Yeah,
of the
fire-
wind?
Fire's out.
Okay, awesome. Just
roll
checking.
roll an acrobatics check for me real quick.
Oh, sure.
As
Why
the
do I have-
wind begins to buffet you a little bit and you start to spin a little bit.
Sure. Go acrobatics. No, go on roll 20.
You put both arms out and both legs out, and you start to stabilize like a little flying squirrel up in the air.
Like a little sprigging leaf in the wind.
That's right.
So
Your
she's going.
cheeks are back like that.
Yeah, exactly. She's got her staff in her one hand. She's going to think about what are all the possibilities she can do, and then she remembers how hurt she is because she's quite bloodied. So she's going to use a 5th level slot from the ring, even though she knows it's probably going to hurt her brain again. Overall, it's going to be worth it. She's going to use a 5th level spell slot from the ring to cast Cure Wounds on herself.
All right.
So first she'll roll the healing.
Mhm.
29 points of healing. So I'll mark that off.
And then go ahead and roll
29.
your intelligence saving throw.
Oh god, that's so much better. Intelligence saving throw. 10, so she fails.
Okay.
She takes
So
1d10 points of psychic damage. 6 points of psychic damage. That's fine. It's
And
still
now
worth
con
it.
save.
6 damage. There we go. And now con save. 12. Okay, so she's good.
So you maintain. You've got the ring still. You just
Okay.
gained a little, lost a little, and you're still
exactly.
plummeting now.
So she's no longer bloodied. That's the important thing.
Yep.
So maybe
you'll be at
the arm
380.
heals up 380. Yeah. So the first round I felt right 440, and now I'm at 380. How close is Jen?
380. I don't know math. All right, so Jen, we're gonna say that you were 60 feet up. You're at 120 feet. Lindell, you are now at 380 at the end of
Yeah.
your turn. So she is 260 feet away.
Okay.
All right.
As her bonus action, she doesn't have anything she can do as a bonus action. Sure. As a bonus action, she's going to cast Thaumaturgy and make her voice boom 3 times as loud. There we go.
Excellent.
And
All
she's
right.
just going to yell, "Everyone going up on Juniper, let's finish her!" As she like flies through the air.
You would not hear, Xavier would not hear, but Jen, roll a perception check.
Okay, because also if I do hear this, you need to repeat it because I did not understand what you said. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Safkeen and Carlton hear it.
I really, really heard it, so you need to tell me one more time what you said.
That's totally okay. Yeah.
So how'd you do on your roll?
28. I heard it.
Oh yeah, you heard it.
Yeah.
You heard
So
it.
yeah, she said, "Everyone, let's focus on Juniper and finish it."
Got it. Thank you.
Cheeks fluttering. Okay,
So that's the end of my turn.
Xavier is going to go ahead and do his 3 attacks now. One against the guy on the left. It's a D10. It's 9, 12 points of damage against this one. This one's dead. He bursts it into a cloud of chum, and then the other one took 2 attacks.
I hate the word chum.
I know it's so
We just get rid of that. It's the worst.
The other one takes.
Like
This
a
is
bowl of
plus
moist
6.
chum.
It
18
bothers me way
points.
more than moist. Ugh.
18 points of force damage, and it is pushed away 20 feet. Not that one. Not that one. There we go. 5, 10, 15, 20. With the hammer. Okay, so that is that. Xavier's gonna get the fuck away from that shark, because he's just gotta survive. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He does not see Juniper. Okay, next up is Safkeen. So yes, let's workshop this title a little bit.
Oh my god.
So Safkeen's been thinking. And by I mean Jennifer and Brian have been thinking. Safkeen will be like, well, so your name is Foreteller, right? So like 4 is like the number, right? But like you give like 3 wishes. So maybe we should like work on something like that. Like hear me out. I have 3 suggestions for you. Okay. Number 1.
Go on. Yeah, spit it out.
1, 2, 3, Foreteller.
Oh, that's terrible. So
fine,
terrible
fine.
it might work. All right, what's the second one?
4 score and several wishes ago.
I don't get it.
4 score. It's
You
like
loves
how-
all of these.
Maybe not that one. What's the third one? Come on.
No, okay. The third one is wishes do come true. The story of Foreteller.
Oh, now that has a ring to it. Kind of a positive twist. Does paint me in a better light. But that 1, 2, 3, 4 teller. Oh, that's just terrible. Now, what would the book be about? I need someone famous to write my foreword. There would have to be book signings. I gotta find the right publisher as well. Let's think about this a little bit more. He is sufficiently distracted from that button.
No.
All of you guys are hearing this, by the way, in all the madness that's happening. Next up is you.
Okay, so where did Juniper go?
She swam the fuck away really fast. She's got a high
Like
swim
off
speed.
screen?
No,
like-
she's not off screen. She's just way over behind the boat. You saw her go way over this direction.
Behind the boat. Oh, my screen moves over that far. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to hit her, but I can't. So I am going to. How many second level spell slots do I have? I have bunches. So I am just going to Misty step out of this situation.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep. Use your bonus action to Misty Step.
I.
Now remember, you saw that bottle.
Why would I want this? Why are you trying to get me to drink this bottle so badly?
It makes you strong.
Is that what it does?
You don't know, but you did see
No,
that sparkly bottle over there.
Safkeen said at the beginning when she was poofed up to the sky that Juniper drank some bottle and it made her super beefy and strong.
Oh,
Carlton Clarence yells down, "Get the bottle!"
Okay, well, I can only Misty Step 30 feet. So I'll Misty Step 30 feet over and then swim the other 10 feet.
All right, very good. Yeah, are you going to reach up and grab the bottle?
Yeah, that
All right.
stupid ass bottle. They said, get the bottle. Everybody cares about the
All right,
bottle.
so you use your bonus action to Misty Step. You move 10 feet. You've got the bottle.
I would have also broken water, right? I'm not underwater anymore.
Yeah, you're on your last round of breath. Or no, you were on your 28th.
That was okay.
28th
if
to
I'm,
the
like,
end round of breath.
Floating on top of the water and I look around. Is Juniper, has she broken water?
No,
Whose heads are
Juniper's
actually like
not.
above water?
You see a massive kraken head reaching out about 30 feet above the water, its eyes fixated
Okay.
on this boat, rocking it back and forth, grabbing onto all three masts.
She's still so far away.
The boat is starting to take on water and sink as it pulls it into the ocean.
I want to take the bottle, but then I want to swim the rest of my movement, which I don't know how far. What did I say I did? I needed 5. I only needed, 5 feet? 10 feet to get to here?
10 feet. Yep, 10 feet to grab the bottle.
So 5 more feet. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Oh, she's right out of range. I just want to hit her so bad. Oh, no.
So you could action dash and get close, or you could use your action to drink the potion.
I know, but I want to hit her. But she's underwater.
Yep. She's underwater. She's far
Okay.
enough away that you probably couldn't see her. You could
It
use your
doesn't matter,
action
I'm-
to search for her.
I've mind spiked her, so it doesn't matter.
Oh,
if I
yeah,
can
so
see
you
her.
know where she is because your mind spike. Right.
Yes.
Oh.
So while I'm just floating there with this bottle, I'm not going to drink it yet. I am going to pull out my dagger, and it's 120 feet range, so I'm going to chill touch her.
Okay, very good. So she rolls a
Oops,
wisdom save?
I didn't mean to roll there. Yes. Is that what chill touch does? I haven't used it in forever.
Yeah, I think
No.
chill touch.
It's just a damage. I just rolled to hit her.
Oh, really? It's just... Oh, it's an attack roll?
Toll the dead is the wisdom save.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, chill touch.
A natural 1. Jesus, Pete.
Mm.
You just fall. This goes down in the water. Just give.
Yeah, you're just floating there in your sopping wet black dress.
Just float. I'm holding the
Holding the
bottle
bottle.
against my chest.
Fetal position. All right. Next up is Genevieve. You're up in the air, flying, and the shape is getting closer, whatever it is. It sounds like Lindell. Oh, are you muted? I think you're muted. Thomas is muted too. Oh, on purpose. Okay.
My phone
I
was
was
ringing,
eating. I
so
figured you didn't want to
distract.
hear me eat cereal.
Oh,
so.
the crunching. Okay, sorry, Genevieve. What was that?
So I heard Lindell's voice saying "Go down for Juniper," and I can see in the faces that Safkeen and Foreteller are quite engaged. So I'm gonna just spin around and head down 60 feet, but heading towards the Kraken's head if I can.
Okay.
I wanna
So
go
you'll be
back.
60 feet above the Kraken's head.
Perfect.
So that would get you right here.
Right there.
If you can see where my
All right.
arrow is.
Okay, and how far is that from December Diamonds as well?
Now, you'd have to use your action to dash to get to this spot. Is that okay?
To get to right, hold on.
Because you're
To get-
120 feet above everything, so you'd have to go 60-60 to get there.
Oh yeah, let's dash.
Okay.
Let's go
All
for
right.
it.
Can you move your token? I can move your token.
I can. I was just out of
There you go. Okay, your token's there. And, oh, a little higher there. 60 feet. So here, this little square. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. And December Diamonds?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout for him to head towards that mask. I feel like he might enjoy
Okay.
wearing that. Great.
Yeah, actually, he might. So he can get here.
Sounds good. And
Sorry about that.
everything else is underwater. I can't see any of the things under the water, so
You can see you floating in the water, clutching a bottle.
because she's above the water, right?
Yeah, she's on the
Yeah.
surface.
I'm like floating on the yeah.
I think all I'm gonna do is quickly trace my hand over my chest and cast a blade ward on myself.
Blade Ward. Okay, very good.
Cool.
Next
That's
up,
it.
Juniper. She. Okay, yeah. She's gonna acid splash against. Yep. Xavier. Yep. Okay. So she does acid splash and she rolls 2d6. I think. Yeah. No, 3d6. Why isn't it rolling the right amount of dice? So that is 8 points of acid damage against Xavier. Go to Xavier's sheet. Ah, it's starting to hurt a little bit. Okay. And then she is going to. She doesn't want to be anywhere near these people. 5, 10, 15. Just gonna double back a little bit here. Just keep her distance. Okay. Next up is Lindell.
Okay, so she's a little bit healed. And she's still got her mirror images up. She's going to. So she was at 500 and then 440 at the end of her first turn, and then 380 at the end of her second turn. So by the end of this turn, she'll be at 320 feet above sea level. So she's still got time before she's in range of anything useful. Yeah, so she's going to use a third level spell slot from the ring to cast the spell Blink.
Blink,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so she's going to cast the spell Blink on herself because it's not a concentration spell, which is awesome.
What
so
level
then
is that
she
spell?
has It's a 3rd level spell, which means she is going to make that save. 1 second here.
Are you
just
using?
marking off
And you're
spell
using the
slot.
ring spell slot.
I'm using the ring again. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Got
the
it.
ring, it's a 3rd level spell, so I have to make an intelligence saving throw, which she's probably going to fail. Yep, and she fails, so she takes psychic
1d10?
damage. 1d10.
Little Lindell.
It's worth it. 6 points of damage. Okay.
And con save.
6 points of damage. And con save. Oh yeah, 21. She's fine.
All right, the ring stays.
So she has 7 rounds left on Mirror Image and 10 rounds left on Blink.
Oh yeah, so your duplicates are kind of like phasing in and out. There's a bunch of you.
Yeah,
falling.
exactly. Yeah. So she's just a mess of illusions right now. And at the end, so that's her action. She doesn't have a bonus action she can do at the moment, unless she uses thaumaturgy to yell again.
Wait a minute, is
Um,
mirror image concentration? It's not.
It is not.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't think
Yeah,
so.
I've been very careful about that.
All right.
Um,
So you'll be at.
Hamilton, another
3.
update, please.
Yeah. There's Genevieve's going down towards the thing. Octopus guy. Xavier seems okay. Juniper's way back at the back of the ship, and you's giving up. Drink the potion.
She's like, okay. And she'll just use thaumaturgy again as a bonus action, and she'll just yell out, Juniper's at the back of the ship! Trying to, like, help everyone focus on her.
I think Genevieve with her passive perception might be the only person that hears.
That hears, and that's fine. She's still gonna try. 'Cause she
Okay,
doesn't
so
have anything else.
Genevieve, you hear Lindell yell. Well, you guys would all hear Carlton Clarence say all
Yeah,
that
because
stuff.
he would say that at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so you're at 320 feet, and
At the end of my turn, let's see, a 2. Do I bamf out with a 2? Oh no,
it's
I'm
like
still
high-low,
falling.
isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
still
so you're still
falling.
corporeal and falling. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Next up is the monsters. So this one's going to try and get to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. It gets there to Xavier. This one, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 45, 50. Just barely gets to you. All right. So that is going to be hammer attack against. Oh no, he has to drink and make a con save first. He succeeds. Okay, and he's not drunk yet. Oh no, but he has 10 feet less movement. He doesn't make it there. 10. Yep, because he failed that other one. But the shark does get to you. So bite attack against you. That's a 16 plus 9. So 25. Yeah. Okay, so 3d10. As a shark, you see the fin come up and the mouth comes up and just bites right down on top of you. That's 23. You don't know.
Uh-oh. Did he crunch the potion bottle? Did he drink it? So we're gonna have a big old beefy shark.
Plus 6. 29 points of piercing damage.
Oh yeah, she has 11 HP. And
Poof! You vanishes and you appear in a room that's like under the sea themed but really cheap looking, and there's a cloudy screen, and Carlton Clarence, you see his back turned and he's just munching on chips, looking down, yelling stuff.
I'll just go plop down next to Carlton Clarence. Start
Oh
eating his chips.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Hmm.
Should have drank that potion. I don't know what you were thinking. All right. Xavier. Oh no, the Kraken is up next. So the Kraken is continuing to pull the ship down. Let me check on one thing very quickly. Yeah. Okay. Lindell, will you please roll 3d20?
Why?
Massive explosion, and you see shrapnel fly out everywhere from the side of the ship. Splinters just pierce the Kraken in all of its tentacles and its head. Ooh, you hear a massive quake as the ship's side has been blown out. Water starts to rush in and it starts to tilt over towards the Kraken. So the Kraken takes 54 points of fire damage.
Ooh, that's good.
And the ship is fucked.
Do both masts just like fall over?
No, the ship just has a rip in the side of it where all of the wood pretty much blasted out the side.
Damn it! She was piling it at the bottom of the mast,
See
trying
from above,
to like.
As you're flying, you see from above the side blow out of the ship, and it start to tilt. There's smoke coming up in a big billow, and it's starting to block your view a little bit.
Good enough for right now.
All right. So
no one was on the ship though, right? None of our people took damage.
No, I don't think anybody was in the vicinity of that blast.
Ooh, does this Sharky boy get blown up?
You know that guy? No, he's on the opposite side of the
okay.
ship. This one might take a little bit of damage. Go ahead and roll me. Well, let's see how far that is. Yeah, he might take a little bit. Let's say he takes half, so that'd be 20 something. 25, 27 points. Yeah, he'll take half. Oh, he's dead.
Oh, perfect!
That shark is dead.
I killed the thing!
Yeah, and the potion is still floating there in the water. Very good. But Foreteller flips around to the screen looking, and there's like a red blinking flashing on the screen. He's like, oh no, you've made it mad. You see its eyes glaze over in red, and giant like guttural moan as 3 more tentacles sprout up out of the ocean. It's not happy. So I'm gonna put tentacles on the screen here.
A little baby bowl. A little.
Uh-oh, I think it's the lightning round. And yeah. So next up is going to be Xavier. Oh fuck. He's gonna go ahead and blast that shark since he's in combat with it. It's gonna take 4 Eldritch Blasts.
He's going to be so cross with Lindell for hurting her pet Kraken.
Oh shit. Natural 20 and all 4 hit.
No.
All right.
Oh, wait, no, that's a good thing.
No, that's a
It's
good
his
thing.
turn. I thought he was getting hit.
Gosh, his blasts do a lot of damage too, don't they?
Good. He
Well,
should do that
each
to
one
Juniper.
only does 1d10 plus 3?
1d10 plus 3. So first one, 5 on the die doubled for the crit, 10, 13. Second one, 23 and 3, 26. 26 and 5, 31 and 3, 34. And last one, 45 and 2, 47. 47 points of Eldritch Blast damage. That one is blasted off the map. The hammer teleports away. Where does it teleport to? Interesting. Oh, yeah, it is gone. Okay. And Xavier is going to start swimming this direction. 5.
I can't believe Juniper is going to get the wishes.
No.
Yeah, he can only
She
go
is.
Still 3 of us left. We can do this.
All right, next up, Safkeen. You're still distracting Foreteller, but now he's at the screen. He's like, oh no, you've made it mad. Lightning round.
Can't you talk to the where? How does create all of this?
Well, you see this little button here, and he starts pushing it. This is the button that I wasn't supposed to push. That's because it makes it angry. But it's already angry, so me pushing the button does nothing. Would you like to push it?
Aren't you going to make it angrier? How do you make it angry? Are you hurting
Oh,
it?
it doesn't get any worse. It's already angry. An angry kraken is a terrible thing to waste.
Where did you get a kraken from? How do you do all this?
Like this, and he snaps his hand, and there's like a little plushy version of the kraken in his hand. Here!
Oh.
He hands you the little plushy kraken.
Safkeen will look genuinely quite happy.
He snaps his
Oh,
fingers.
no.
He snaps his fingers again, and there's a rose in his mouth, and he crosses his arms. You know, I always had a thing for muscular women.
Nope.
Safkeen's gonna look up and be like, "Sorry, I'm not into guys."
Never had a Triton before. So what would you like to do?
I hope you've never had anyone. We hear their conversations, right?
Yeah, you can hear all this. Actually, you do not hear this. You're with Carlton. You can hear all the players, but you can't hear Safkeen. You don't see Safkeen or Foreteller.
Okay.
So Safkeen?
I'm just gonna be like, if you kill Juniper, I might consider going on one day with you. But only if you kill Juniper first.
Roll a persuasion check.
No.
I will take one for the team if it's
He is a genie. How good's your persuasion?
Come on, Jen, you can do this.
I got a 19.
Woo!
Saucy. One date. You promised. He snaps his fingers. Juniper is teleported up to the room. No! What? This isn't fair! She looks around. God! She plumps down in the sofa. She's gone. Oh, now then, what shall I make you wear on our date? Maybe a nice dress. Have you ever worn a dress before? Juniper is off the map. Next up is you. No, yeah, you. You're in the room.
Wait, we're not in the same room, are we?
Yeah, Carlton is right next to you, and Juniper just teleported into the room, and she's screaming.
Oh, she's in the room with me.
Yeah.
She's mad.
She goes over to the bar and sweeps it, just throwing bottles. This is not supposed to be how it went.
I'm just gonna keep eating Carlton's. Is there a door? If I'm looking around for...
Yeah, in the back corner you see there's a door frame with a curtain that's drawn across it, like a velvety curtain.
Is there a bird in here?
Yeah, I think so. There is a bird in here.
How do birds keep getting in our house?
All right, let's go ahead and finish this up. So after you is Genevieve. I want to get through this and figure out.
Yeah,
who
let's
gets
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
All right.
So Genevieve.
So, first of all, my dear little friend December Diamonds is taking that last bit of movement to get the mask.
Okay. Yep, he touches the mask. He's now wearing it. Go ahead and add Foreteller's mask or helm or mask. I can't remember of rock opera.
Helm, rock,
Turn on the living room light.
equipment.
I always forget that the house is like automated. Just like, turn on the lights.
So the helm of rock. Okay. Perfect.
So December Diamonds now has an AC of 20.
What does December
And
Diamonds put it on? Does it shrink?
And I guess I have to sing at the beginning of each of his turns.
Yay!
All right.
And then Jen's gonna. That's within 60 feet, right, to get December Diamonds?
Yes. Yep.
So I want to swoop down and like gently grab him, and then use my dash action with him to go back to where I was.
If you go out of the Kraken's range, it will attack you. And December Diamonds.
Oh.
It is pissed off.
Okay, well now I haven't gone there yet. Hold on though. So he's down there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna consider this now for a second. Okay, pissed off Kraken, huh?
Yeah, majorly pissed off Kraken.
I think I have a question. If you teleport with somebody, do they lose their concentration?
If you teleport with somebody, do they? No, they would have to take damage. If you're concentrating and you teleport, maybe. I don't think so. Teleport's not concentration.
So I'm gonna fly down to him
Mhm.
and use my last 3rd level spell to Thunder Step away with him.
Very
So
nice. Okay.
That's gonna be a con save for the Kraken first.
All right. Kraken rolls a con save. Saving throw. Got it. 18 on the die, and he has a plus 10 to con save, so that's a 28.
Okay, so it saves,
Wow.
but it's still gonna take 4d10 of damage halved.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 4d10 of thunder damage. And Safkeen, you would know that this isn't a full-size Kraken.
This is a baby Kraken?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Poor baby. Okay, well, 25, so divided by 2.
25, so 13 points of thunder damage. It's already pissed off. It's not going to get more pissed off. And you teleport away with December Diamonds to where?
I'm just double checking what my distance is that I can teleport there. I think it's 90 feet, right?
Probably. It's 90, 120, 60, something like that.
Thanks. I'm gonna.
Thunder Step, right?
Yep.
Or Thunder Wave.
Thunder Step.
Thunder Step.
Hey, but there's a bird.
Yeah, I'll get it out later.
Oh.
Yeah, 90 feet. 90 feet for a thunder step.
90 feet.
90 feet, right back up then.
So all the way up pretty much to the top of the screen. And my page crashed.
No.
Roll 20, come on.
We're almost there.
I know,
Okay.
come on.
It's got to move
This is
baby
the
and mask.
This is the 4th bird we've had in the house this week.
Fifth. I don't know where they're getting in.
5th
Cats are
bird.
letting them in or something.
Yeah, I would think the cats keep bringing them inside unconscious, and they come to life and they fly
And
around
then
the
they're like,
house.
where the fuck am I? Okay, so that's Genevieve's turn. Next up, Juniper's off the map. She's just trashing the place. Lindell, you are now plummeting from 320.
Yes. So I'm at 320 above. And so if I'm at 320, what level is Jen at?
Jen just went 90 feet up, so she'd be 30 above the ship. So back to
How much above sea level is Jen? I'm 320 above sea
about
level.
100 feet above sea level.
She's about 100 feet.
No,
so I'm 220.
120. You're at 320 going down. She's 200 feet away.
She's 200 feet away. Okay. Minus 60. I still won't be in any round.
At the
Okay,
end of your
that's-
round, she'll be 100.
260. 240.
140. Because she's 200 away now, so she'll be 240 away.
Yeah, she'll be
Or
240 away.
140. 140.
140 away at the end of my round. That's fine. So Lindell is going to. So December Diamonds is concentrating on fly, right?
December
And that's
Diamonds
how
is concentrating on fly.
that's how Jen is flying. Or at least that's what.
Yes,
Lin-
right.
So Lindell would assume that she has never seen Jen fly before, so she would assume that it's some effect of December Diamonds in some way,
How would
shape,
you
or
know
form.
December Diamonds is there? You have no idea.
Right. You don't know
Okay,
that December
so-
Diamonds has the ability to cast
So
spells because you've been under the
something
ships.
there is something that Jen has acquired recently
Yes.
that is causing her to fly because she has not flown before.
Roll an intelligence check for me, just real quick. This won't be any part of any action or anything.
Okay,
this is
'cause
just thought
yeah.
process.
Lindell has never seen her fly before. She always teleports.
You think it might be a foreteller item?
Okay, it might be one of the foreteller items. Okay.
So
Yeah,
she's
and
probably
she's definitely been-
concentrating because that seems to be. You think that Jen's probably concentrating on an item because that's how they seem to work of the ones you've got.
Okay. So that then Lindell is going to ready. Let's see. 1 second here. Sorry, that changes things a little bit. And dispel magic wouldn't lose concentration per se. That just drops whatever magical effect it is.
Yeah, you just have to choose a magical effect to end if you're within range.
Okay. Yeah, she'll do that. She's gonna ready dispel magic at 4th level using the ring. Ready dispel magic at a 4th level as soon as Jen's within range.
Okay, and what's the range on dispel?
120 feet.
Okay. So now you are at 260, so 260. Yeah, you're at 260.
Above sea level.
Jen is she's 140 feet away.
So
but
if
you
she
haven't
moves
cast
up,
the
then
spell
she'll get
yet.
within range. No.
Yeah. All right. So then next up is Xavier. Xavier is like, oh shit, that thing's mad. I don't think he can really do anything. He's kind of out of spells. He just wants to get the fuck away from that thing. Yep, he's gonna dash 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over to there. Just get as far away from those tentacles as possible. He doesn't see anything in the vicinity. He's just gonna end there. Safkeen and you up in the chamber. Do you want to do anything?
So Kim will like peer over and like watch what's like kind of happening.
Okay. Yep. You guys want to give any hints to the people down below, or?
She might yell down and say like, I think the Kraken's only a baby Kraken, so it shouldn't be as hard to take down. But try and take it down quickly because it's in pain.
No, it's not a baby. It's a young Kraken. It's like a teenager.
Kraken.
Yeah, it's like a teenager. They get into trouble. They like to drink on the weekends when their parents aren't home. Come on.
It's just a troubled teen looking for friends and acceptance.
You just yells, draw straws to see who gets to commit suicide.
It's not even real. I made it. Okay. So Juniper's still.
They know Juniper's out.
All
like,
right.
It's all us now. Anybody can make the wishes.
Genevieve, it skipped you again for some reason. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna go back to you. It keeps doing that. So Genevieve.
It's me again already? Oh yeah, I guess there's only 3 of us now, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Now after just teleporting, I'm now gonna be looking up to go flying, and I'm assuming I see that Juniper's face is up there now, right?
Yeah, and let's see. Yeah, you see Juniper's face, Safkeen's face, Yu's face.
Oh, the bird is here. Sorry.
You see everybody except for Lindell and Xavier.
I'm gonna suggest first of all that our DMs sing an 80s rock song.
I wear my sunglasses at night so I can.
Okay.
Yep, there you go.
Awesome. All right, and then not just because of that song, but also because of that song, she's gonna get kind of like a nasty smirk on her face. And how high up is Lindell from me?
Lindell is right now about
140.
40 feet away.
Perfect. So at the 120 mark,
Mhm.
so up above me as far as
soon
I
as
can.
you hit the 120 mark, your
I-
held action
I'm not
goes off.
moving. I'm not moving. I'm
Oh,
casting
you're
a
not
spell.
moving. Okay.
So Jen's going to point up and smile and create a 20-foot radius sphere up there of some synaptic static.
Okay. So wait, you're holding synaptic
No, I'm
static.
casting it. It has a range of 120, but it makes an orb that's 20 feet across. So I'm assuming.
How long does the orb last?
Well, if she's
Oh,
at
I see.
140.
It would be the orb would start at 120 and extend up.
But then I would be right at the range of
She'd be
the orb,
right at the
though.
range of it. So yeah, it's within 140.
Perfect. Okay, so now
What if
It's
we
right at.
Trevor at Jen?
Wait, what?
Lindell should just throw Trevor at Jen. And
Just bloop. All right, so yeah, synaptic static I think will work. Let me read it real quick and make sure there's
Okay.
nothing that I'm missing.
Okay.
Not hypnotic.
And I gotta take out Xavier. Ugh.
Oh, it's a special spell, so I'll have to look it up. Hang on.
Here, I'll display it in roll 20.
All right, thank you. Okay.
I will make an intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
Come on. Ooh. Ah.
4. Oh dear. Okay, so you take 8d6 psychic damage. So go ahead and roll 8d6.
Okay. I got a lot
And
of
you have
ones. Tom.
muddled thoughts for 1 minute.
Oh, jeez.
So that's
So-
26 psychic.
Ew.
26, 26?
Yes, 2-6.
And then you'll
2-6,
need to make
2-6
a
points of
constitution saving throw.
Okay. 21.
21. So you save your con, but you take full damage.
Yep. And I've got muddled thoughts for the next minute.
Right.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, never mind. It's a save. Sorry. Mirror image has nothing to do with this.
Right. Yeah, it's not an attack roll.
Yeah. nope.
Okay, so yeah, your mind begins to get all fuzzy. You see Jen do something, and you're trying to think. You clutch the ring, and the ring is still there. You're like, trying to pull through it, trying to remember what you were going to do. Okay, so that's Genevieve's. Is that your turn, Genevieve?
Can I move too?
You can move, yeah.
Okay, because I can't make out facial expressions at 120, I imagine, at 140, let alone. So I want to just kind of turn around and start to head towards Xavier.
Okay, you're not sure if it's Lindell. I'll put it that way.
Oh.
You heard Lindell's voice, but
Yeah.
you're not sure if it's Lindell or not.
Right.
Okay, so you're gonna
I know
start
it's
moving towards Xavier.
Wherever I last remembered Xavier was. Last time I saw him, he was at the front of the ship over here.
Okay.
So I want to head 60 that way.
60 that way. Are you moving down 60 or kind of diagonal?
Just,
So you'll go down 30-ish.
I just want to go across. I don't really want to go down. I want to go over.
Okay, you'll stay at 120, but you'll go across. Okay. Very good.
And I've still got DD in my hand.
So we'll say that you are 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over about here. You've got
Perfect.
December Diamonds. He's got the mask on. There's a lot going on. All right. Very good. Next up
And then
is
I can do one more round. Just heads up when I gotta go.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Lindell. Go ahead. So you're still plummeting. You kind of shake off the synaptic static. You've got the ring, but Genevieve is suddenly darted kind of
She's
diagonally
way far
over.
away. Okay, and she's got muddled thoughts. Is it worth it yet? No, it's not worth it yet. Okay, so here's what she's gonna do. She's gonna use. Should I bounce first? Yeah, she's going to bounce first. So she's going to use the last 4th level spell slot from the ring, and
Mhm.
she's going to cast Dimension Door again. Going to bounce up another 500 feet.
Go up 500.
Yeah. So now, so
Okay.
she had fallen to 260,
Yep.
and now she's at 760 above sea level.
All right.
Because it's a
and
spell slot above the
Mhm.
above 3rd level, she'll make an intelligence save, which is a
Yep.
10, so she fails.
Okay.
She's going to
1d10.
make 1d10 psychic damage. Ooh, 8 points of psychic damage, and she'll make a concentration check. Which she fails.
Okay, so ring is gone.
The ring is gone.
All right. Good to know.
So here, I'll send you what the total used is.
The ring, funny enough, the ring appears on top of the Kraken's head.
Put it on one of his little tentacle fingers.
There. Oh no. It went behind his head. Don't go behind his head.
Into the
There
water.
we go.
Split.
Oh gosh. To back? There we go. All right. Yeah. Right on top of his head is the ring. So Lindell, you're now at 760 feet, still falling. Xavier's up. Actually, no. After his turn, Kraken would go.
And at the end of her turn, she'll make an intelligence save to see if she can shake off the muddled thoughts.
Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, 18!
The ship...
She's no longer muddled.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
There's,
You're no longer
there's something
muddled.
about being higher up in the air that her brain is clearer. Lovely.
Mhm, so
Because of the ring teleported, she can't cast spells of 3rd level or higher until the end of her next turn.
Okay. The Kraken, with its 3 tentacles around each mast, pulls the ship completely apart. It is now gone and sunken below the surface, completely gone. It's just a Kraken in open water. And let me get rid of all these doors.
Ooh, and she also blinks into the ethereal plane.
Huh?
Okay. Blink stays up.
Yeah, it's all mirror image and blink are non-concentration. So at the end of her turn,
Got it.
she saves from the thingy and she poof just disappears.
All right. The Kraken is gonna move towards Xavier. All of its tentacles as well.
I know, it's a bird. I know.
Why is Hermione not happy?
Both
Ring
cats and
stays on
Hermione
its head.
are chasing a bird.
All right, so
Hermione is
Xavier, he's gonna have to, well, first an attack roll. No, it misses. It slaps down onto the water, but misses him. The other ones aren't in range, so yeah, Xavier lucks out. Okay, so then it'd be Xavier's turn.
Why is
Oh
Hermione
yeah, it's
sad?
right there. The bird is right here. It's in my room. Get out.
He's gonna move back and throw 4 Eldritch Blasts at the Kraken.
Oh, poor birdie.
Yeah, it's just chilling. I just don't want it to poop on my curtains.
Only one of the Eldritch Blasts hit for a total of 8 points.
Is that not what you thought I'd be concerned about, Brian?
Safkeen. Genevieve, you're back up.
All right.
You can see Xavier down in the water. A tentacle just missed him.
How far is he?
Get out! Get out!
I'm gonna try.
I don't know how far.
96 feet. But up.
You're about 70 above the water and 50 over. Yeah, 100-ish.
Fish. Perfect.
Well, no, you're 120 above the water, so it'd be further. It'd be like 140.
All right, then I gotta go closer. Okay, so I'm gonna fly. Let's go across. I want to try to get above him. Can I get above him with 60 feet of
You
flight?
can get above him.
Perfect. So I'm gonna move.
Just keep in mind that you're actually 120 feet above him, so just put yourself way at the top of the screen up here.
Perfect. That's exactly
Okay.
where I want to be. Awesome.
All
And
right.
then Jen's going to start swirling her hand
Mm-hmm.
and dinging some bells. And just, instead of throw this time, just drop a chaos bolt on Xavier.
She's a
Oh,
maniac,
yeah!
maniac on the floor, and she's dancing like she's never danced before. Get her, Jen. All right, so you throw a chaos bolt down at Xavier.
Yes. So that is
Okay.
an attack roll, right?
I guess.
So that is 15 plus 8, 23 to hit.
23. That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so this one was the one that it doesn't roll right on roll on D&D Beyond. So first of all, I got an 8 and a 2. So that's 10. Hold up. I got to figure out what kind of damage I want it to be. An 8 and a 2. I think I want it to be thunder damage. So that's 10 plus 1d6, which I have to roll and roll 20.
Doesn't do quite as much damage as you'd think. And then what's the
That's okay.
additional?
5.
An additional 5 of what type?
I think it's all thunder.
I must be still whining.
All right. Doesn't do quite as much as you would think, but it still does some damage.
Perfect. And then
Oh, that's how
she's
it
just
is.
gonna- Well, I mean, we got to finish this, and I know my wishes will be great.
I'm fighting a kraken down here.
Well,
Young
just a-
kraken.
exactly.
Believe you, Jen.
Safkeen's gonna yell down, "You better wish for the right things."
Okay. So next up would be
Team
Lindell,
decision.
760 feet up.
Okay, awesome. As per the blink spell, she can reappear in a space within 10 feet of the space that you vanished from. So she'll appear 10 feet lower, just to kind of get herself just a little bit closer. So she's
750?
750 feet in the air. And she's going to use her action to use her last 5th level spell slot. And she fingers into her bag and she feels that golden glittering chest. And with her other hand, she makes some like funny hand gestures. And very much like Naruto summoning a giant toad, she holds her hand down below her and she casts Summon Celestial. And there's a boof, a blast of smoke. And appearing is a medium-sized angel with 6 dragonfly wings and glowing green armor that she lands right on its back.
All right.
So pretty.
Mhm.
And what height
she
is
summons
the angel at?
So it like literally right below her feet. So she's on top of the angel at 750 feet in the air. And she summons the Avenger Celestial Spirit.
Ooh,
Avenger.
What?
Okay.
is this?
All right. And that is controlled by Lindell. Save. Okay. All right. So both of
that's
you
her
are at 750 feet.
That's
Can
her
we
action,
stop
and she just
there?
kind
Sorry, after your turn. Go ahead. Sorry.
of. So that's her last 5th level spell slot, and then she just wraps her arms around the waist of the Avenger, and she says, "Well, let's head down. I want to be about 300, 400 feet above the others." And the Celestial Spirit is it can fly at a speed of 40 feet. So it's going to dash directly down 80 feet.
Okay. So you're at 580. Ah, birds. Okay. That is
750
Lindell's turn.
minus 80. So yeah, 670. That's where I'm at. 670 above sea level.
670. Okay.
Yeah, 750 minus 80. That's the end of my turn.
It's very dramatic in here.
So Xavier is going to throw 2 Eldritch Blasts up at Genevieve
Dave, you have to get this bird.
and 2 at the Kraken.
Scaring me.
Oh.
One of you has to commit suicide so David can get this bird.
I have to go. This is after
Okay,
this
well,
last-
Yeah.
maybe we should go ahead and stop there. We got to get a bird out of our house.
You might as well get the damage
This
Oh,
combat's
sorry.
only lasted, what, 3 sessions? So
Yeah, Jesus.
it takes a lot for you guys to die. Jesus.
We're very tenacious. And I think part of
My
it was
dog's freaking-
we were fighting like the sharks and stuff like that. We weren't necessarily all fighting each other. So
Right. We added more combat. Okay, we have to get this bird
we
out.
gotta go, so we're gonna end there. It'll be Xavier's turn when we come back. He's gonna fire some Eldritch Blasts, and then we'll see what happens. So, thank you guys.
I love you guys.
We love you guys.
love you guys.
See you next time.
Happy Valentine's Day. See you.
Valentine's Day.
Oh my gosh.
What chaos.